ready to rumble. ready to rumble.
If it is football in July, it means one thing, the IFCA North-South All-Star Classic, this year from the southwest side of Indianapolis at Decatur Central High School. As always, is the matchup of North versus South. Tonight's game on ISC and WHME, Channel 46 in South Bend, is brought to us by Coca-Cola of Kokomo, North Central Indiana's Coca-Cola bottler for over 100 years. By Endeavor Communications, internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com. By Midwest Business Funding, a better way to fund your business. Find out more at midwestbusinessfunding.com. By NLBC, stay connected this summer with NLBC. By Scott Young of One Midwest Financial, strategies to guide you up and down the financial mountain. And by Warner Financial, from investments in planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. As you can tell, the pregame pomp and circumstance is taking place here at DeVere Fair Stadium. We'll get our first time out of the way. When we come back, we will welcome my broadcast partner for this game for the better part of a decade, Lance Scheib. He'll join us next. We'll talk about some key pieces for both the North and the South in this final act of a high school football season before another one starts in 35 days. Back in a moment on ISC and WHME TV 46.
At Masters Heating and Cooling, we dedicate ourselves to serving our community with professional service and groundbreaking home comfort solutions, keeping each and every customer comfortable in their homes all year round, which is why we offer financing options, perks, and coupons to each of our customers. Like our apples to apples price match guarantee, we'll meet or beat any heating and cooling system replacement offer. So what are you waiting for? Pick up the phone or visit our website to learn more about Masters Heating and Cooling's money-saving offers and other unique special promotions.
Calling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is caught.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
Wrestler! Wrestler! Whoa!
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds left.
Same players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it.
That's the finish. You get a layup to take it. And an and one. Fly ball.
Out of here.
Back on the southwest side of Indianapolis, our pregame show presented by Masters Heating and Cooling. They bring you our first look of the game. Make Masters your first call for all your heating and cooling needs because Masters gets there faster. Call 866-824-HEAT and log on to mastersheatcool.com when you need them. Thank you, Jared Balf and the good folks at Masters. They're a name that's been known in Fort Wayne, just coming into the Indianapolis area, and now a new partner of ours all season long on the ISC Sports Network. A partner of mine for more years than we'd like to admit. Lance Scheib joins us now. My friend, this is kind of the summer homecoming for Indiana high school football. It is always great to see you, always great to be a part of this game.
It's such a great atmosphere. It's awesome to see all these coaches from throughout the whole state come and watch their kids play. This is a true representation of our state. It's a game I was fortunate enough to play in 1985, something I remember. We played at Butler then, but it's something that has always stuck as one of the finer achievements I've had.
And without getting too bogged down in the details, let's kind of walk you through exactly how these teams are selected. There's an equal number of players from, say, classes 1A through 6A. There's an equal number of players from all 10 regions of the Indiana Football Coaches Association. You point out the fact you played in this game in '85. These days, a future Purdue Boilermaker wouldn't play in this game. And that's been the case for the last 10 years or so because the FCS, or I'm sorry, the FBS guys are already on campus by this point in time. You'll see one player that will play at that level in Lee Alexander from Warren Central who will play at the Naval Academy. You'll see a handful of guys that are going to play FCS football, say Indiana State, Eastern Illinois, that will play in this game. Largely, it's kids that are going to the Division II, Division III, NAI around Indianapolis, Wabash, Marion, Franklin, DePaul, always well represented in a game like this one. But, Lance, there's also a handful of kids. This is the last competitive football game they'll ever play.
And that's why we have such a great crowd. This has been such a part of these families' lives throughout the last probably 12 years of each of these young men on the field. It's such an important time in their life, and you close that chapter. And the one thing that our state has great Division I players, but we are phenomenal at the NAIA and Division III level, which is why this game is such a great game.
Let's talk about this fantastic facility. First of all, thank you, Justin Dixon, longtime football coach, now the director of athletics here at Decatur Central High School. This is, and of all the places we go, I appreciate the names of the facilities at Decatur Central because they represent those that have been so crucial in the history of Hawks athletics. The gymnasium to our left is the Glenn Doc Rather Gymnasium. Tell us who DeVere Fair is, the legend that he is in high school sports in Indianapolis.
DeVere Fair was everything here for Decatur Central, longtime coach, longtime athletic director. He built Decatur and really was the fabric of this southwest side of Indianapolis, and something that his toughness is still felt today with Kyle Enright and his teams. Mike Gillen played for him. I was fortunate enough to teach and coach here for a year, and just the influence that DeVere Fair had over this side of Indianapolis and really the entire state is still felt today.
Before we get to starting lineups, how about the third team on the field, our officials? They are brought to us by Andrew Prince Realty. Whether it's buying, selling, renting, or even investing when it comes to real estate, Andrew Prince with Century 21 Sheets is here to help. Call 317-883-7575 or online at prince.indyhomehunt.com. James Craig, James Payne, Matt Herberger. Yes, it is a 7-man crew. Normally we have 5, sometimes we have 6. It's an all-star game. It's hot. It's the middle of July. Let's let them have 7 guys on the field, shall we?
Such a great honor. You know, we think about the state finals and what's a big deal for the players and communities to get there. It's bigger for the officials. The honor of doing an all-star game, this all-star game in particular, is such a big deal for these officials. Well-earned, well-deserved.
This is our debut performance on our friends at Family Broadcasting, Channel 46, WHME in South Bend. They have been the unquestioned home for high school athletics in Michiana for decades. So a special hello to Ed Baszler, Chuck Freeby, Kenneth, all those behind the scenes. We're hoping to do this on a semi-regular basis. Frankly, my friend Chuck Freeby does such a wonderful job of covering high school football, high school basketball, and now spring season sports as well. They don't need us at ISC that often. But for some statewide events such as this one, we are thankful to have our friends at Channel 46 bringing this game to a large audience in northern Indiana on this Friday night. It'll be the North in blue, the South in red. So kicking off is Sebastian Lopez, who was part of the 6A state championship game at Carroll of Fort Wayne. This one will reach the end zone, and it's a touchback. Our starting lineups are brought to us by Aaron Pittman and Virtual Announcer. Professional PA announcers right from your laptop or tablet. Find out more as to how affordable it can be at Virtual Announce on social or by calling Aaron at 317-800-0612. It is the South offense that we will see first, and it'll be Mason Wunderlich that actually will get the first look for the offense for the South tonight.
Well, he did a great job with Mike Gable down at Evansville Mater Dei. Had a great career, one of the best quarterbacks ever to come out of the southern part of our state, and just has just been fantastic.
So ball at the 20-yard line for the South. Looks like that is Luke Hansen that is in the backfield with him. Wunderlich led Mater Dei to the 2A state championship, looking to air it out, throws the jump ball, and it is dropped. Had a lot of air in it. It was on target. That was David Ayers from Cathedral High School that could not hang on to it. 2nd down and 10.
David Ayers had a great week of practice. Coaches were excited about his athleticism, and I'm not surprised that Eric Moore is airing it out early. It's something this staff, Andy Olson is.
Hang on a second. You just uttered the phrase, I am not surprised that Eric Moore is airing it out early. That is the first time in the last 24 years that's ever been said about Eric Moore since he got to the state of Indiana.
Oh,
in case you were thinking I wasn't listening,
I know. Eric was great this week when I was at practice and felt like they were going to throw the ball a lot in this game.
Of course, going for a 4-peat in the 6A level is Eric Center Grove Trojans. That time on the out, intended target was B.J. Wiest from Danville. Good pressure being applied by the North by a pair of North defenders. That included Grayson Long, a linebacker from Logansport, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10.
Jason Spears out of Kokomo is a double thrill for him in this game. One, he's coaching his son Shane, who is in the game, but Jason is calling the defense. He said this defensive front for the North is electric, and he's looking forward to seeing them put pressure on Wunderlich and Patterson all game.
Well, you mentioned his son Shane, going to play football at the University of Findlay
yes.
In Northwest Ohio. Was part of the basketball state runners-up at Kokomo this year as well. Wunderlich slings it and through the hands and almost intercepted. That was Micah Mackey, who was the intended target from Lutheran High School, part of the 15-0 1A state champion this past year. But 3 and out goes the South, and here comes the punter on for the South, and it is a very familiar name if you're an Indianapolis Colts fan. This is Josiah Smith, as in he is the son of Hunter the punter, that played for the Indianapolis Colts for many years. And Josiah kicked a 2A state championship winning field goal for Coach Pelly and Western Boone a couple of years back. Special teams in an event like this can always be a little dicey. Smith's kick is a wobbler that will eventually nestle out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. So a 33-yard kick. Tonight's game presented in part by our friends at the Indy Card Exchange. Now for more than 30 years, the Indy Card Exchange has been your trusted source for buying and selling sports cards of all kinds. And they are changing the game and how you can get your cards graded completely online. Go to IndyCardExchange.com for more information to see how you can make money off of your collection.
You know, Rick, you talk about special teams. Some of these guys were not a part of that. Now, next year as freshmen, if they're playing and on the field, they'll probably be on the field at the college level in the special teams. So this was a great week for them to learn some of these skills.
Max Mullis, who started for Shane Fry at West Lafayette, they went 13-1 this past year, which is almost an average year for the Red Pride. On the handoff and nowhere to go. It'll be a loss on the play. That is Trey Gibson, the former Hobart Bricky that played for Craig Osika. He loses 2.
They really liked Coach Osmond loved what Trey gave him all week. Going to Marion, again, you're going to hear that a lot. They really like what Trey does. Downhill thumper, runner, and again, I think his future is bright for the Knights.
They've had pretty good success, have the Knights, in recruiting the region
yes.
for running backs. Charles Sallery, Tevin Lake. He's always from the South Bend area. Immediately kind of comes to mind. Of course, Ted Karras back in charge of that Marion program. Mullis throws and overthrows his target. That was Jethro Hochstetler from Northridge, who played in the 4A championship game back in the fall of 21, and it's 3rd and a dozen.
Like what both coaches, staff to try to do with the quarterbacks, there are 3 types of throws. There's a rhythm throw, there's a read throw, and then there's a rush throw. Rhythm early, get it back there, hit your 3rd step, your 5th step, and let the ball go. They try to do that early so that it makes it easier for the quarterbacks to gain a little comfort in the games.
So both teams behind the chains here are in the early going. 7 in the box for the South. 4-man rush. Mullis slings it into double coverage and nothing doing there. Woods from Hammond Central was the intended target, but he had bracket coverage, and so far the defense has been dominant in the early going of this one.
Some of these players have not played since last October. And so just
Sure.
knocking the rust off a little bit is really hard. So defensively, normally it's a low-scoring game, and the defense normally wins, especially early.
And these guys got to camp on Tuesdays. They basically had 3 days of practice to get ready for this game tonight. Noah Alford from Goshen will be the punter for the North.
Talking to both coaches, their big thing was keep it simple, let kids get lined up properly, and let them go play. Don't overthink it because of the short week of practice.
Alford's kick is a solid one. Fielded about the 17-yard line, then bubbled, recovered, trying to break free, eventually slung down That is Michael Williams of Brownsburg that turned that into an adventure. From the 15-yard line all the way back to the 6 in rather rough field position for the South to start this drive. But that could have been a whole lot worse.
Turnovers in this All-Star game normally goes in favor of the winning team because, again, the ball security is such a big deal because they haven't put pads on it in such a long time. Just getting used to that is a big challenge.
Today's game brought to us by Scott Young of One Midwest Financial. Scott offers a wide range of product and services that can help get clients the stability needed to face life's surprises. Scott will work in sync with its clients to uncover their financial goals, review the state of their financial health, identify strategies to guide you up and down the financial mountain. Email Scott, syoung@onemidwestfp.com. Quarterback draw. This is Nick Patterson on his way to play at Saginaw Valley State University, a fantastic Division II program in Michigan. I think we have a flag on this play. As of now, it's a gain of 5. Looks like no flag, just a whistle to make sure the ball was spotted properly. And it's 2nd down and 5.
Nick had a chance to play for my good friend Mike Gillen. I think one of the greatest coaches that we've ever had in our state. And Mike just raved about Nick as a leader, as a young man in Saginaw Valley. Got himself a great player in Nick Patterson.
And you always kind of wonder, hey, why didn't the local teams? I think Nick kind of wanted to kind of branch out a little bit. So, hey, why did the local guys sleep on him? I think he wanted to kind of head across the state line. High snap. The first points of this game could be a safety. Patterson tries to get rid of it, throws out of bounds. That will be grounding, and that will be a safety for the North. Just got to find a flag. We'll get one eventually. Got a beanbag out there. We might need a flag for our referee.
It looks like he may not have one right there, but it was one of those things I think Nick tried to do. The ball, the snap was a little high. There we go. There's the flag.
It's July. It takes a while to find the flag.
There we go. Everyone's got to get to a rhythm now. But again, I think the snap was just a tad high. Just was looking at a read play. Looked like a inside zone, and the ball went through his hands.
So we have ourselves the first points of the game in rather dubious fashion. A safety. And rarely does the scoreboard say 2-0, but it does here in favor of the North.
Great picture there, Buzz Osmond from Oak Hill. Just a great coach, great man. So excited for he and his family to have this experience. Bud is just a first-class act.
Intentional grounding was the call, which results in a safety.
Tonight's game on ISC and WHME 46, presented by Midwest Business Funding. Need a better way to fund your business? Midwest Business Funding is an Indianapolis-based commercial lender offering a variety of lending solutions for small and mid-sized businesses, including equipment financing, purchase financing, quick capital loans, and invoice factoring. Every business is unique. We think your funding should be too. Contact Midwest Business Funding for your commercial lending needs today. Ever had a game start with a safety?
I have not, and especially that quick. If I'm the back row here for the North, I would scoot up. I think about the 40-yard line where this ball is going to get to based on the last kick by Smith.
And Smith's kick, like you've done this before, at the 41-yard line. Up back, gets a full head of steam. Good run back there to the opposite 41-yard line. Lamarian Nelson, and Lamarian played for a Wayne team that went 2-8 this past year against great competition with Summit, but he had 1,600 yards rushing for a team that went 2-8.
Well, it just speaks to his athleticism and just what he can be as a player at the next level. And just, again, Bud just really raved about his athleticism, just instinctive, and his feet were just incredible, he thought, all week long.
Bud Osmond, the head coach at Oak Hill at the 2A level. So ball at the 41-yard line now. This is the other quarterback in J.J. Johnson of Crown Point. He will keep, he will carry, he will plow forward and pick up 4 yards. This is the Crown Point team that lost the sectional final. Lafayette Jeff this past year finished 10-1.
Well, J.J. is electric, and it's kind of neat because you've got both teams have a quarterback that's more of a runner, and then both teams have a quarterback that's more of a thrower. So I'll be anxious to see how the game is called. Again, as you're looking here at the North, Casey McKim from New Prairie is the OC, and Casey just loves to have the ability to run a little bit of run and pass with both quarterbacks. JJ
headed to play at DePaul University. Might see him in the Monon Bell game on November the 11th here on the ISC Sports Network. 2nd down and 6 on the handoff. That's Carter, I believe, that got the carry. 4 different backs in uniform tonight. Carter from Tipton High School played for Aaron Toll. Gain of 1, 3rd down and 5.
Eli's going to UIndy. We'll do a great job there.
And if you had the money on Lance, mentioned that before I did, you can go to the pay window now, by the way. A stunning development.
Yeah, no, it's he's fantastic, and I know that Chris Keever will be excited to get him on campus.
Several Greyhounds will be talked about in tonight's game. So 3rd down and 5, and you would think potentially 2 downs to get 5 yards here at the 36-yard line. On the carry, sweep it left side. Good blocking in front. Carter's got the 1st down. He'll spin out of bounds at the 29-yard line. He did 5 and got 7. 1st down for the North.
Love what Eli does here. He's just patient, watches here. Doesn't rush it, lets the block get set up inside, then out, and a great job of ball security and falling forward after he's hit.
Carter just shy of 1,500 yards, the Blue Devils last year, and rushed for 23 touchdowns for an always solid Tipton program.
Aaron Toll's done a fantastic job, again, following in the footsteps of his father, and just a legendary Coach Toll there, and he's just carried on the tradition of winning a lot of games there for Tipton.
Rolling pocket right side, pressure being applied, and there's a receiver in the area who did not hang on to it. That time taking the punishment for no gain was Caleb Francis from South Bend Riley High School. 2nd down.
Played for Derek Lee, and just Caleb is just an athletic sprinter. Again, when you see JJ throw the ball here from Crown Point, look for him to move the pocket a little bit. I think allows him to see more of the field.
Well, unfortunately, Caleb Francis coming up a bit gimpy at the end of the play. And again, because of the heat tonight, temperatures, let's face it, it's July. It could be worse. But it's a warm, humid night on the turf. Temperatures kind of low 90s. And both teams going to get a bit of a hydration timeout. Tonight's game on the ISC Sports Network and WHME in South Bend, presented by G2 Wins. You mentioned Mike Gillen. How about his son, Casey? And while Mike Leonard isn't related to the Gillens, they'll claim him. He's the newest member of the G2 Wins family. At G2 Wins, they're not just training future quarterbacks. They're helping train you for the game of life. Log on to find out more at g2wins.com. Any team that picks up Mike Leonard just got better.
Yeah, we were able to have sit with Mike Leonard at the Hall of Fame inductee for John Mallory, for Paul Logan, Rick Carrico, Odd Hurley. What a great night it was. And Mike is a class act, and the Gillens are smart men. Again, I think the world of Casey. I love Mike, and picking up Mike Leonard is just a feather in their cap.
Of course, Franklin College all-time winningest coach. Little false start here. You're going to see penalties like that through the course of this game.
Calling the defense for the South is Brett Szabo. Love what Brett does. He's wherever Brett's been, he's won.
Bedford North Lawrence is kind of where he's maybe best known. Tecumseh is where he is practicing his craft these days. And yes, folks, if you're in the Lafayette area, it's pronounced Tecumseh. If you're in the southern part of the state, it's Tecumseh. It is said 2 different ways depending on what side of I-70 you are on. 2nd down and 15.
Brett's done a great job, and Eric Moore really is happy, really has had a great time. And that was one thing Eric talked about over and over again, what a great bonding experience it's been for him this week with these coaches.
Blitz coming. Rolling. Oh, was it picked off?
Yep.
Yes, it was. Scoring opportunity thwarted on the interception.
That's Eli. Was that Eli? No, I thought it was Eli Jennings. It's not.
That is Devin Holman.
Devin Holman from Warren Central going to Butler, play for Mike Kirshner. Devin can flat fly, and he is able to finish. As you saw there, great break on the ball. JJ just a tad late, but it's really more of a better play by Holman than anything else.
And you mentioned he's going to play for Butler. And I'm not going to try to attempt to pronounce the new Butler head coach's name because it's difficult. But he's a great friend of a great friend of ours. He grew up with Chris Walker from our staff on ISC. Butler had a different type of year last year in his leadership. I think getting a kid like Devin Holman is huge for Butler. We've got a timeout on the field. Let's give a commercial break to our affiliates as well. Back in 60 seconds, North leads the South 2-0 on the ISC Sports Network and WHME.
Hi, my name is Jason Werner of Werner Financial. an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122.60 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.
It is a very busy night for those of us on the ISC Sports Network. We have 3 events going simultaneously. The annual North-South All-Star Game. North leads the South 2-0 on a North safety on an errant snap in the end zone by the South. But we are also thrilled to be broadcasting the Indy 11 women's soccer match, the USL W League semifinal that sees the Indy 11 leading the San Francisco Glens 1-0. If Indy wins that one, they may be playing for the league championship next weekend. You can catch that at ISCSportsNetwork.com. And the Greater Lafayette World Series is taking place also as we speak. There's no more downtime for us on ISC during the course of the summer.
It's time to go. I love how they recognize these different award winners, and I had to be a little partial to the one on midfield with my father. That's not him there, but he's got his for 54 years of service in coaching.
So the gentleman you see, at least the 2 on the right, that is Jim Peters, who just got inducted into the Indiana Sports Writers and Sportscasters Hall of Fame earlier this year. And Rex Kurtz, kind of the dean of Indiana High School Football Writers, Bloomington Herald-Times, presenting him with a Lifetime Media Service Award here at tonight's IFCA All-Star Game.
I know you saw Rex last night or yesterday. I had a chance to see him before the game. Rex is legendary for what he did with the Bloomington Herald. That was, as a player, that was one of the bigger deals to be on his all-state team, and he really took a lot of pride in the job that he did for decades down in Bloomington.
So here's Patterson, and had 1 positive gain and 1 bad snap. Just going to a little quarterback draw lead play here, and Patterson will charge forward and pick up 7 yards. And again, if you don't follow small college football, the league that he is going to play in, Ferris State, is once again a dominant national power. Grand Valley has been great since Brian Kelly was the head coach. He's going to Saginaw Valley, used to be the training camp home of the Lions, and Jerry Kill used to be the head coach at Saginaw Valley. They take their Division II football seriously in Michigan.
Division II in that league, that is really the SEC of Division II football, I think. I think they do a great job. I know UND used to be in that at one time, I believe.
Correct.
And the same thing can be said for Indiana State. They're, I think, in the 1AA SEC division. And so, but Saginaw Valley plays great football. Ferris State has done a great job over the last 5 years of being a national power.
Well, Saginaw Valley, during my college days, I remember my senior year that both defensive ends played in the National Football League. And Lamar King was a first-round pick on one side, and Northwest grad Paul Spicer, who spent 10 years in the National Football League. Rolling pocket right side for Patterson. Looking to avoid pressure. Does that. Keeps the play alive, but the turf monster got him. So great effort by Patterson, but he will lose more yardage on the play. That'll be a loss of, call it 9, and it's 3rd and away now for the South.
Great job by Jason Spear of getting his defensive end upfield to cause problems for Nick Patterson. I like what Andy Olson's doing in moving the pocket with the quarterback, trying to avoid some of that pressure. That north front is pretty good.
So right now the South, unfortunately, is in negative territory in terms of yards gained here in quarter number 1. People are ringing this facility. It is a packed house here at DeVere Fair Stadium tonight. And Patterson will keep on 3rd and Canby, and he made us pick up the first down. How about that? On that play, it was 3rd and 17, and Patterson picks up 18.
Great job up front by that offensive line. Nice job of being patient by Nick Patterson, but there's a nice little hole there. Nick shows what he does best. He's a great thrower boy. He is a phenomenal athlete.
Patterson had 2,100 yards passing for Mooresville this past year. had over 1,200 yards rushing, and combined rushing and passing, 38 touchdowns in 11 games. This time it's the handoff. It's Hanson. Hanson himself had 3,000 yards for the Roncalli Royals this year as they were upended by East Central in a classic semi-state game. Gain of 5, second down.
Yeah, Luke's going to Dayton. Really is a steal for Dayton. Eric, he played for Eric Quintana in his first year. Eric did a fantastic job.
Eric, of course, is on the staff of Eric Moore in the South this year. And where did Eric play his college football?
UIndy.
There you go.
Yeah, Eric, and where was Eric's first full-time job?
And that would be at?
Noblesville with me.
There you go.
So
Second down and 5.
Time.
South trying to cross the 50 for the first time. Again, it's Hanson, and Hanson just kind of waits his way through, and flag is thrown. If the play stands, it's 6 yards and a first down. I believe face mask is going to be the call. We'll wait for confirmation from this 7-man crew. Had a chance to see Hanson's last game. That Roncalli East Central game was
classic.
Unreal.
Classic. It was unbelievable.
So it is a 5-yard face mask penalty against the North, so it will be a first down. And forward progress will now move the ball to the 40-yard line.
I was able to see Roncalli legendary coach Bruce Seifried this past week, and Bruce was actually at that game because his son Luke is on the staff for Roncalli, and it was great catching up with Coach Seifried, a legendary multi-state champion at Roncalli.
Tremendous football coach and a better man, as anybody that knows Bruce would be quick to tell you. Not many football coaches are authors, and trust me, his books didn't have all that much to do about football. Patterson. Good job by the defense to stack him up. Patterson, again, just shows that strength. And Lance, when nothing much is there, Patterson still pricks up 4 or 5 yards.
Well, Nick, again, 6'2", 225. He's got great lower body strength, which allows him to be a fleet of foot passer and thrower, but he also is a great runner as well.
What do we talk about with quarterbacks these days? Virtually all of them. Dual threat.
Yes.
You have to guard the entire field. Patterson's that kid from Mooresville, not heading on to play at the Division II level. Ortman of New Prairie amongst those that were in on the tackle for the North. By far the best possession of this game. Back-to-back first downs for the South. Fake the handoff. A little RPO football. That's Wiest. And Wiest will be taken down right around the first down marker. See if the chains will move, or might see the chain gang come across the field.
In this game, there are some restrictions that you have to have. The first one, from a defense standpoint, you have to have 4 down linemen. The second one is you play with 4 linebackers. You can play an inverted safety down there as well. But there are certain things you cannot do from a formational standpoint offensively, just to keep it simple in this short week.
Wiest, 44 catches, 6 touchdowns, playing for Jamie Comer at Danville. He's heading to play at Indiana State. Keeper by Patterson. First down. Again, good job of the defense to standing up, but again, you can tell the first and second guys to him don't bring it. It takes half of your defensive roster to bring him down after another first down.
That was a little zone read, and I thought Nick did a great job of being patient and letting the end determine what should happen, and he read it right, picked up first down.
Now, a couple of sacks and, again, 1 bad snap have somewhat muted the total for Patterson so far, but unofficially 7 carries for 19 yards, and, again, 3 first downs all in this drive. And all of a sudden, the sands of the hourglass are flying through a little faster. So, around 3 minutes left to go here in this opening quarter of the North-South All-Star Classic. This time it's the handoff, and it's a yard that time, and it is Zellers. Andrew Zellers from Greenfield Central. Played for Travis Knowlton, 15 touchdowns as the Cougar program is maybe in one of the better spots they've been in some time.
I love Travis Knowlton. He is a fantastic coach, great man off the field as well, but he just raved about Andrew Zellers and what he did for the program, not so much on the field, which he was incredible, but off the field, amazing.
And Greenfield Central has been a program, say, we're going to run the football. We're going to kind of be different from what everybody else is spreading the field. We're going to run it, and it has led to good results for the Cougars in a very tough conference. 2nd and 8. Handoff Hanson. Hanson. Well, if it wasn't rubber pellets, we could say 3 yards in a cloud of dust. 3rd down and 5 as he picks up 3. And so far in terms of unofficially my stats, 11 rushing plays to 4 passing plays for the South so far offensively.
Well, considering the first 3 plays were passing plays for the South, it's now been 11 of the last 12 plays have been runs, and I think that you're establishing that running game, and I don't care what type of game it is. When you can run the football, good things happen.
You see Roncalli and Mooresville in the backfield together. Man, there have been some rivalry games between those two over the years. Handoff goes to Hanson. Hanson backs his way in, spins forward, and that is a typical run for that young man. First down for the South.
And one of the hardest things about this game is you don't do a lot of hitting because you're only in practice for 3 days, and you have light numbers on the amount of kids that are actually selected. So you got to make sure you stay up. And so that's one of the concerns for both defensive coaches is how are the kids going to tackle early on in this game.
So after the interception from Holman, now the South has methodically moved the football into the red zone for the first time tonight as the ball is at the 12-yard line. Again, a North safety. Only score so far in the game. Hand off, and well, defense guessed right, beat their man, whatever the case may be. Chase Jones had nowhere to go. He loses 3 yards at 2nd and long.
What an amazing job by Isaiah Fowler from Chesterton. Played for one of my great friends, John Snyder, who just recently stepped down and is going to retire from coaching. But I want to tell you, Isaiah Fowler was incredible on that first step, and there was nowhere for Jones to go with the ball.
2nd and 13. You see both game clock and play clock on your screen. As always, our crew doing a fantastic job, led by Vince Morelez this evening. So you see the difference from a graphic perspective, 18-second difference, play clock, game clock. Patterson able to avoid pressure. He'll tuck it and run, and he'll get a yard or 2. That is long from Logansport that able to steer him out of bounds. That will stop the clock with 15 seconds left to play here in the opening quarter. Patterson will make up the couple of the yardage that were lost by Jones in the previous play. Still 3rd and long.
Great job by Grayson Long of using the sideline as that 12th defender. Played for Mike Johnson, just one of the all-time great coaches that we've had from Pioneer, doing a great job at Logansport as well. But Mike Johnson is a class act.
And, of course, a Logansport program that's about to go through a change as they are exiting the North Central Conference after the coming season. We could have a lot of that conversation, frankly, on the program tonight. Patterson rolling, looking, throwing, caught, and a touchdown. Touchdown made, and that is the young man from Tri High School, Parker Burke. And, well, Burke wanted to kick off this season the way he did this season for the team at Tri last year in the season opening game. The Tri won 68-12. He touched the ball 9 times and scored 8 touchdowns in that game. His first touch tonight, a touchdown as well for the South.
Eric Moore just raved about this young man because he's more of a runner than he is a tight end, and just getting him adjusted to catching the ball during the week. But Eric's comment was get him in space, let him use his body, and there was a great example of that. And Parker Burke comes down with first touchdown of the game.
Griffin McGee on to kick the extra point, and this one is up and good. We'll quickly step aside. 9 seconds to play in the opening quarter. South 7, North 2. We're back after this as you're watching the North-South All-Star Classic on WHME and ISC.
The buzzer. She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello! Did it again. Hello! Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Thanks to those of you joining us on ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC TV, ISC's Twitter feed, Twitch, YouTube, etc. But those of you watching us in Michiana on WHME, Family Broadcasting Channel 46, the station that has been your home for high school sports for decades, dating back to Bob Nagel, now Chuck Freeby, etc. We are honored to be on the airwaves of Channel 46 for a first time tonight. My name is Greg Rakestraw, joined by Lance Scheib. Maybe you've seen our work on state championship broadcast on Channel 46 and Valley Sports Indiana over the years. South 7, North 2, 14-play drive for the South. Short kickoff here, fielded just shy of the 20-yard line. That's the former Wayne General, able to grab that ball, and the North will start this drive at the 28-yard line. When we saw Andrew Zellers of Greenfield Central in the last drive for the South. His appearance brought to us by our friends at 9-Star Connect, a local smart utility. They've got the fastest internet in the state. 9-Star can offer speeds up to 10 gig. Try getting that from any other provider. 9-Star wants to congratulate Zellers and his teammate Garrett Taylor of Greenfield Central for representing Hancock County in tonight's IFCA North-South All-Star Classic. 9-Star Connect. Who knew?
Happy to see Lamarion Nelson doing so well. Play for a good friend, Sherwood Haydock, legendary coach there up at Whiting and now back in Fort Wayne.
Mullis on the keep. That will be the final play of the quarter. Ball came out, but the play was over. Little jawing taking place. Lee Alexander and the Naval Academy amongst those doing a little woofing. Mullis will get 3, and that will get us to the end of the opening quarter. So with that, we'll step aside. Looked good for the North early. The South found some traction offensively after a couple of these early bobbles. They take a 7-2 lead to quarter number 2. As you're watching the 2023 North-South All-Star Classic on ISC, WHME, TV 46. Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Well, we have great sponsors across the state that get a chance to sponsor kids from their hometown. One of those is Andrew Prince. Very proud of his Whiteland roots. Whether it's buying, selling, rent, or even investing when it comes to real estate, Andrew Prince with Century 21 Sheets is here to help. Call him at 317-883-7575 or visit him at prince.indyhomehunt.com. Congrats to Zach Yarrian and Mason Darlington of Whiteland, who, of course, led the Warriors to the 5A runner-up status under head coach Darren Fisher this year. And those two players representing Whiteland in tonight's IFCA North-South All-Star Classic. You referenced Mike Gillen. You can't miss that hair. Mike getting a little love at a place where he coached many moons ago, and these days he's the head coach of the rival just to the south here on Kentucky Avenue and State Road 67.
Wherever Mike has been, whether it has been Tri-West, Decatur, Indian Creek, or now Mooresville, he's won. He is just a phenomenal person, somebody that I respect and admire so much. And again, he gets the most out of his kids, and kids love playing for him.
John was one of the founders and a past president of the Indiana Football Coaches Association.
Let's also thank our friends at Coca-Cola of Kokomo. They're such a big supporter of all that we do at ISC. And they've got numerous players playing in tonight's game at schools in which they are the beverage partner, like Eli Carter of Tipton we talked about in the first quarter of tonight's game. Congrats, Eli, representing Tipton in the IFCA North-South All-Star Classic. Coca-Cola of Kokomo is proud to keep your classmates hydrated in the classroom and your teammates hydrated on the field. Find out more at cckokomo.com. So this possession restarts at the 31-yard line after a gain of 3. It is 2nd down and 7 for the North. Max Bullis, the quarterback on this drive. Bit of a high snap, handoff up the middle. And again, after a solid gain of, call it 5, redirected is Gibson, the Hobart Ricky.
Yeah, Trey Gibson, there's a little bit of that flag really came from the last play that the South was having a little just what I call boys being boys, where they were woofing up a little bit there. And that's what Eric's telling them, hey, just go play. You know, the extracurricular, we don't need it. And that really, that unsportsmanlike there or late hit they're going to call was based on the last play, not on that play.
So Gibson with a gain of 5. Now we'll see some penalty yardage that
Personal foul on North.
is going to go against the North. So
I didn't see that.
It was the North that got dinged for it, not the South.
I think they're going to correct it. I believe it's for the South. No.
So instead of 3rd down and 2, now you're going to be looking at 3rd down and a long ways.
That's probably a retaliation then. Didn't see,
sure.
You know, I thought there was a shove and a push by the South, but hey, I get it.
So instead of the ball, the 36-yard line goes all the way back to the 21.
We would like to thank the University of Indianapolis and head coach Chris Keevers for hosting the players and coaches during this week's practice.
Let's see if it's marked as 2nd down or 3rd down. Yep, 3rd down. Down counts. So that's a big penalty. 3 penalties for 25 yards now have been whistled against the North. And the chain gang being told, hey, flip that to a 3.
Right, in this situation here, either you're going to probably run a quick hitter, or you know, you're getting man-to-man coverage. Give it a shot down deep and see what happens.
Handoff, Gibson, positive yardage, but again, the penalty just completely blew up any rhythm of that drive. Gibson will pick up 4, and the punt team will have to come on for the North.
Brings up 4th down.
And I want to make sure that the guys in the North know that it is 4th down and not 3rd down.
Yep, they're making the correction there. Yep.
Chain gang now alerted to it, and here comes the special teams unit on for the North. And again, it's mid-July. Not everybody's in mid-season form just yet.
We're going to get a delay a game or a timeout, one or the other, because they're not going to get that. There we go.
Timeout taken by the North, so let's step aside with them. 10:40 to play here in half number 1. Momentum on the side of the South right now. They lead at 7-2. It's the IFCA North-South All-Star Classic on WHME and ISC.
Hi, my name is Jason Warner of Warner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Warner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122.60 for Penn. What a swim. 6 of them.
So the first timeout called by either side tonight is again because of kind of the issue with the down and distance marker kind of threw off the North and a little late to get their punt team out. So Noah Alford will boot this ball away, his 2nd kick of the game. And high and short. This ball will take a rather neutral roll, be down at the 44-yard line, and that will be a kick of all of 18 yards, and momentum continues to build for the side that has a 7-2 lead. And Lance, there's a couple of folks you want to make sure we mention early in the broadcast tonight.
Well, I was just really excited for Eric and Tyson Moore. Eric, legendary coach at Center Grove. Really the missing jewel in his incredible coaching career was coaching in this game, and to be able to coach with his son, who is at Seymour, and Tyson has just done a great job in his own right there, but it's really special. Has been a special week for both of them. I want to give them a quick shout out.
Ball at the 44-yard line. Mason Wunderlich back in for this series. Hance in the back to his left in this 4-wide receiver set. Fake the handoff. Wunderlich will simply tuck it and run, and he takes a wallop. He'll get a yard, maybe 2, and it's second down.
The hitting now is picked up. I think the guys now have got the rust off a little bit because both defenses now are starting to bring in a little wood. I like the way they're closing and coming flat. That's the one thing, if you're a defender and you're coming down the line of scrimmage, don't chase the ball, go where the ball's going to be. These players do a great job of that. The coaches have expressed that, and they have really mastered that during this last week.
Wunderlich, 2,900 yards passing, 29 touchdowns for the state champs at Mater Dei. Hansen finds some room to run, has the first down. He'll be wrestled down at about the 29-yard line. He picks up 14 yards, and then flags come in late. Luke Graft of Norwell helps to make the tackle. But again, the temperature's rising as the sun sets behind us here at the Beer Fair Stadium.
I'm really not sure what Ortman was doing there. Just a little frustration. You can't headbutt in any game, and especially after play when everyone's watching there, right by the ball. And I think that's going to be a 15-yarder against dead ball.
Well, that'll be half the distance to the goal.
And
unfortunately, that's an ejection. And you just hate to see that in a game like this.
Right. I think that's what Bud's going to find out here, and just make sure that is what you want here in an all-star game. If that's how again you don't want to see Ortman do that, and so we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, it was a signal for an ejection.
Yeah.
And again, as you talked about, you can't do that.
No.
That is a do not pass go moment, unfortunately. So the ball inside of the 20-yard line. So the South has the ball in the red zone, and our red zone sponsor this quarter is Kurt Cabot of Thorpe Realty. You've trusted Kurt Cabot as a sports writer. Now trust him when buying or selling your home. He guarantees you'll get the best one-on-one service. Call Kurt at 317-919-3822. 317-919-3822. Fake the handoff on the throw. Just a short gain. Catch is made by David Ayers from Cathedral High School.
David has had a great week this week for the South, and again, Eric Moore and him were going on our back and forth at their couple games that they played against each other, and Ayers was making incredible plays during the regular season, but Eric Moore's team was able to come back and get him in the tournament.
Cathedral won the season finale.
Yep.
Center Grove won the semi-state game rather handily.
Yes.
Cathedral finished 11-2 this past season. Low snap, Wunderlich able to recover. Handoff made, and right around the first down marker. Not sure which of kind of the three backs got that one for the South. We'll see who kind of comes up off the pile. That is Chase Jones on the play. Give him officially a gain of 3. It'll be third down and less than a yard.
Chase, another player going to UIndy. Chris Keevers continues to do a great job of recruiting our state. It's the reason why, again, they are in the hunt every year for a title and also a playoff berth, and he's just done a phenomenal job at UIndy.
Zellers is the setback this time through. Play clock, as you see on your screen, is down to 8. Wunderlich the keep. Wunderlich will have the first down. So it'll be first and goal. He'll pick up just a couple, but that's enough. And after sputtering their first 2 offensive drives, now 6 first downs the last 2 for the South.
Well, they've only held the North to 1 first down, and they've almost, I think it was 9 minutes to 2 minutes after the first quarter of time of possession. So the South has kind of dominated the offensive line right now. It's done a great job. And I have to wonder how many times Mason Wunderlich carried the ball for Mike Gable and Mater Dei. I'm going to say 0, other than a broken play. So this week has probably been a little new experience for him.
Coach Gable in the building tonight. In fact, was honored before the contest. Zellers has pay dirt in front of him and scores. The former Greenfield Central Cougar heading to St. Francis to play for legendary head coach Kevin Donnelly. Makes it 13-2 South with the extra point to come.
What a great job up front. Watch this little pull and pin, and great job of moving there. Great run by Zellers, but phenomenal job up front. Again, of kicking out, coming underneath there, being patient, exploding, getting your pad level down and scoring the ball.
So Burke and Zellers so far have combined for the 2 touchdowns. Griffin McGee on for the extra point try. Snap back, and McGee hammers it home. 14-2, South in control of this one. 7:53 to play in half number 1. We're back in 60 seconds as you're watching on WHME TV 46 and the ISC Sports Network.
We are really heavily involved in the community, so there are multiple different volunteer opportunities that we can go and do.
Volunteer time to share their time and talents with organizations that need not only monetary assistance, but just people's time to help those organizations grow and thrive.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Shot at the buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Brady, hello!
Did it again.
Hello!
Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kind of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
As we have some more awards being handed out, let's thank an award winner in our mind. That would be former Indiana Mr. Football, Jason Warner. As Jason Warner Financial present tonight's game. Their firm utilizes customized investment solutions to meet your financial goals. From investments and planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. Call 317-735-9202 to learn more about how you can secure your financial future. Jason, thanks for your continued partnership with all that we do on the ISC Sports Network.
Was watching on social media with Jason. He was with his high school teammate who I had to coach against, Pat Kuntz. They were together on a vacation. Those guys were fun to coach against. Let me tell you, Ron Colley, my goodness, were they great players. But
I did some of those games.
Yeah, I know you did. I know. And so they both have children about the same age. So it's kind of cool to watch these guys who are legendary players, great coaches, great mentors. Now seeing them bring children into this world, and excited for both them.
So you'll have some extended breaks here during this game as, again, there will be players kind of, coaches, players, contributors to football that are all honored. Like we said, this is a large kind of football homecoming that we have every summer here with the IFCA North-South All-Star Classic. McGee's last kick was a shorter one. There's not exactly much of a breeze to talk about here tonight as the shadows start to creep across the field at DeVere Fair Stadium. This one returnable from the 4-yard line. This is Woods from Hammond Central. And the Hammond Central Wolf is then to play in Eastern Illinois. We'll take it back to the 24. Let's thank a new sponsor on the ISC Sports Network. Lance, are you much of a cornhole player?
I am, but I am dreadful.
Well, here's a way to make sure you don't get any fights about your dreadful game, okay? See the score and stop the debate. Scorebox 21 is an electronic scoreboard to keep your cornhole game as friendly as possible. Log on to scorebox21.com to see features and a product demo and use it yourself during the Indiana State Fair Cornhole Tournament on July 29th. The winning team gets $2,000 and a Scorebox 21 scoreboard. Registration open at indianastatefair.com.
Let's see if the North can get into a little bit of a rhythm here. I think if you are Casey McKim, that's what you're really hoping for. With JJ at quarterback, see if your offensive line can do a little damage here.
Again, the quarterback keeper has been the thing. It has worked for Patterson that time. It got JJ Johnson back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Second down.
Up front, the defensive line for the South has done a really, really good job. They've been in the backfield. They've done a nice job playing with their hands. They've reset the line of scrimmage and reestablish that, and that's really made life miserable for the offense of the North.
So second down and 10. Johnson representing Crown Point High School. He's going to head to play at DePaul University for Brett Dietz. Play clock down to 3. Got the snap off in time. It's the draw. Little bit of room, but again, quickly walling up. Kelton Farmer of Evansville Memorial amongst those to make the tackle. Young man that was the runner-up in the heavyweight division of the wrestling state finals this past year, who is going to be both a wrestler and a football player at Kentucky Wesleyan College.
Not surprising. Again, if you want to play at the next level, you normally play multiple sports in high school, and that's exactly the case here. I love to see kids that have success in multiple sports. I think that's just important, and excited for that young man's future.
So 3rd down and 7 coming up here. Pressure applied. Out in the flat. That's a tough ball. Great contested play by the defensive back. That is Devin Colby from Columbus East that got in to make the play. And we talked about this. There's a flag down on the play. We'll get to that in a moment. But Colby's one of the kids. As of now, this is the last competitive football game he's going to play.
Well, he played for a great coach in Eddie Vogel. Took over for legendary Bob Gaddis at Columbus East. And, again, these kids, some of this is their last time. So if that's the case, Devin, go do your thing one more time, son, because you've had a heck of a career at Columbus East.
So Noah Alford on to kick this ball away. 2 return men back deep for the South. Michael Williams of Brownsburg is one of them. Devin Holman is the other. Talking about multi-sport stars. Devin, pretty good basketball player at Warren Central as well. South, maybe a player short, maybe not, and they will have to burn a timeout. Maybe the North burn. Again, like we said, it's an all-star game. Special teams could be a bit of a problem. Both teams looked a little bit lost on that play, and so a timeout is called. We will keep it right here. I want to thank our friends at Endeavor Communications that we do a lot of broadcasts for on ISC. Well, Endeavor's got players representing several communities in which they serve tonight. So congratulations, Adam Bales of Monrovia, B.J. Wiest of Danville, and Wrigley Franklin of Linton Stockton. Wrigley's on your screen right now wearing that L Linton helmet, number 52. Congratulations to those young men, and thanks for representing your communities in this event. Our friends at Endeavor, together with their members, they're committed to helping local communities thrive. For more information about the communities they serve and the services they offer, visit weendeavor.com. Let's thank our great team on the ISC Sports Network. Thanks to Vince Morales, the Tribal Chief Alec DeFord. Thanks to Daryl Tibbs. Thanks to Dennis Glover. Home game for Eldon Wheeler and Eric Kinnett, making sure our signal gets to you on this Friday night. Better kick here. High kick that Holman will field in traffic and then lateral. Little razzle-dazzle here on the punt play. And a good-looking run back by Williams. Williams going to play at Butler. And I will say this. Again, a little yapping at the end of the play there. And now here comes the flag, which is unfortunate to see, but I'll finish the thought. There's more kids going to Butler in this game than I can remember in a long time. That's a really good sign for Butler football.
I really like the direction that Butler football is heading, and I just feel like, again, if you're going to win at any college level, you got to win your home state kids. I think that's the thing right now that you've got to understand, and I think Butler does, and I think you're going to see great things happening moving forward.
We've already unfortunately had one player ejected from tonight's game for a headbutt. I don't think anything in this scenario got to that level. It is a dead ball personal foul, and that is against the South. So basically the positive yardage of the punt return gets wiped away, and it will be 1st and 10 and not 1st and 25. But it is a 15-yard penalty now that will go against the South. And let's see if it's Patterson or Wunderlich that will get the nod on this drive for the South.
Looks like Patterson's coming out there with Henson, and so excited to see Luke back out there as well as Nick, and a lot of credit has to go to the offensive line. They've done a fantastic job of really providing time for quarterbacks and holes for runners, and it's indicated in the lopsidedness of the South offensive yards so far.
Hanson 39 yards rushing, Patterson 21. Patterson a touchdown pass to Parker Burke of Tri-High. So drive starts at the 38-yard line. Patterson looks for the deep ball down the sideline and just puts it a little past air. So all right, We have sung the praises of what Patterson can do with his feet. To play at the high level he is going to play at, what does he do to progress as a throwing quarterback?
I think the biggest thing is just getting a rhythm of what he's got to be able to do. He throws off his back foot a little bit. Athletically, I think what Mike Gillen has done with him has brought him to where he is now. But just accuracy, I don't care when you make the next step. We're talking about junior high to high school to college, college to pro. The window gets smaller, and your accuracy has to improve. So at any level, any quarterback, the more accurate you are, the better you are.
Handoff up the middle, and that is Hanson that drives the freight train for the South. He picks up 5. And we reference the, seeing a few more Butler Bulldogs, and he'll be playing against a lot of these guys in the Pioneer Football League. And when that league started remarkably some 30 years ago, Dayton was kind of the power of that level. They went from the Division III level, being nationally competitive, then to kind of the 1AA non-scholarship, as it was called. And now that league has a guaranteed berth into the FCS playoffs every year.
It's a great league. The Pioneer football is fantastic, and look for Butler to start making some noise.
So 3rd down and 4. Patterson making defenders miss, trying to find a man open. Eventually runs out of real estate and will simply eat it. That'll be a sack. Well done by the guys north. That is Isaiah Fowler of Chesterton that makes the play.
Going to Valpo and played for, again, John Snyder. Great job of not giving up on the play and staying in front of Patterson and not letting him have time to look downfield for very long. Great job by Isaiah.
Second time that Patterson has been sacked, actually a third. One of those was kind of a bad snap, so contribute that to him. But third time he has lost yardage in tonight's game. And after back-to-back touchdown drives to the South, the North gets a much-needed defensive stand. So Josiah Smith is going to play a Division III powerhouse Wheaton going forward. And that was almost blocked. That thing will eventually be down at about the 29-yard line. Wyatt Penny from Franklin Central was down to make the play. Tonight's game on ISC and WHME, presented in part by Midwest Business Funding. Need a better way to fund your business? Midwest Business Funding is an Indianapolis-based commercial lender offering a variety of funding options for small and mid-sized businesses. As your lending partner, Midwest Business Funding provides you with the control and flexibility to pursue new opportunities and grow your business. Contact Midwest Business Funding for your commercial lending needs today. Alongside Lance Schott, Greg Rakestraw with you. It's Trent Allen you're seeing on your screen from Lawrence North there briefly.
Looks like Max Mullis is back in a quarterback from West Lafayette. Had a phenomenal career for Shane Fry. Led the Red Devils to a lot of wins.
Quarterback draw and well covered. Just nowhere to go. Mullis will lose a yard, and that was all about the front 7 did for the South defense.
Love to see the big boy inside there, and Cameron Davenport going to Dartmouth.
Who we have seen.
Yes.
And he is a house from Ben Davis. And clearly if he's going to Dartmouth, he's a young man that knows what he's doing in the classroom, too.
I know Jason Simmons just raved about the young man he was, the leadership, the character that he had off the field, and obviously on the field. He is a great player and not small in stature, 6'5", 330.
One of the handful of, again, FCS-level players that is playing in this game, headed to play in the Ivy League. So 2nd down and 11. Mullis has time, throws, has a man, catch made, 1st down, and then some. Still going. That's Nanko from Yorktown, finally wrestled down inside the 20-yard line. Far and away the best play of this game for the North offense.
Colton Nanko, great player from Yorktown. Just a super throw here by Mullis. Great catch. Excited about him. State qualifier in the pole vault was Colton. And so, again, another one of those multi-sport athletes excelling here. Excited for Colton as he's going to move on to Rose Hallman. Probably could have played at the Division II level, but loved engineering, and that's where his passion is.
Big win for Jeff Sokol
and
the program over at Rose Hallman Institute of Technology. So that is a 52-yard pitch and catch that puts the ball at the 20-yard line. Pressure applied. Mullis, oh my goodness, and that's going to be a personal foul for contact around the head. That's just wasn't intended, but just kind of the way that it played out. Tylen Cunningham with shades of Night Train Lane on this one.
He just tackled him high.
Yeah.
It looked a lot worse than what it really was. But it's
They're going to wave it off, actually.
Yeah, so that makes sense because he didn't. He tackled the shoulder pads.
Yep.
He just was up high.
And there's occasionally a player that ends up at a small college where I'll text my buddies that coach at these places, like a Marion or a UIndy, and go, man, you got to steal. Well, when Tylen Cunningham signed to go to play for Ted Karras at Marion, there was an immediate text because you and I have seen him play a lot the last 2 years with the Mick on IFC. He will be a guy that will make an impact at Marion University.
Early. Tylen can run. He's physical. But he has a great IQ on defense and just, again, anticipates where the ball takes great angles and gets there in a bad mood a lot of times.
So a loss of 7 on the sack, and it's 2nd down and long on the slant. That's Nanko, and just behind him, you may have heard a few footsteps as well. That was Reed Messer. That was in coverage from North Decatur High School.
Love Reed Messer. He is just a great athlete. Got a chance to see him at camp last year, and then also this past year. Love plays for Steve Stern.
Yep.
Great friend. Steve has done an amazing job there. And, again, they made it regional or semi-state?
Semi-state. Played Lutheran.
Yes, that's right. And Messer was a big reason why.
We saw the lights on at North Decatur as we were going down to East Central to broadcast that game. So 3rd and 17. Mullis. Pocket collapses. Throws, and great effort by Holman, but was well out of bounds. So an incomplete pass. And do you bring the field goal unit on here? And the answer is yes.
Lopez, phenomenal kicker, came in, is enrolled already at Indiana State. They love his leg. I mean, unlimited, but
And
great.
since we're talking about Indiana State, let's face it, okay? Kurt Mallory has sent kids to play in this game when he hasn't had to. And I'm looking forward to get a chance to watch one Indiana State game this year. Call one on radio. The game against the Coyotes of South Dakota, October 21st. I'm such a big believer in what Kurt Mallory is doing in Terre Haute.
Kurt is just a class act, and he wins with Indiana kids, and he wins a lot.
44 yards is the attempt. Johnson, high snap, pulls it down, and that's blocked. That's returnable. That's Williams. Flag is thrown behind the play. Williams, that's a flag on the block, and that's the end of the play now. I would assume the first flag that was thrown was a holding penalty against the North. Then there was a hold on the South on the return. I don't think that would be offsetting penalties that would force a re-kick, but let's see.
Because of the change of possession, I don't think it is.
Right.
But
it's the offseason for me, too.
I'm trying to think in my brain. I'm racking my brain because I'm just not sure because of the.
There you see the hold. Again, the wing back had to hold there because shooting through was Nick Cloyd. Cloyd would have had his hands on it. And, yes, it's going to be possession to the South. So, basically, what happens is that you, again, because of the change of possession, you will end the return from where the hold happened on the blocked kick that was fielded out of the air by Williams. So it'll be the South's ball at about the 30-yard line.
Yes. And that's all Eric is asking. Is it offsetting? And it's not. And he just wanted to make sure where the ball's spotted at.
So basically you wipe off the hold against the North. You enforce the hold against the South. 10 yards from the spot. It'll be at the 30-yard line and 1st and 10 for the South now with 3:14 left to go here in the first half, and the South in control by a score of 14-2. Tonight's game presented in part by our friends at Coca-Cola of Kokomo. I want to congratulate Luke Chambers of Lewis Cass, representing the Kings in tonight's IFCA North-South All-Star Classic. Coca-Cola of Kokomo is proud to keep Luke's classmates and teammates hydrated both in the classroom and on the field at Lewis Cass. Find out more at cckokomo.com.
Got Mason Wunderlich back in at quarterback.
Yeah, both coaches based this alternated series for the QBs.
Yes.
Out in the flat, catch made. Good job to make a defender miss. Solid play. That is Xavier Thomas. Those are two West Side rivals from Wrights and Modern Day connected on that one. Let's pick up of 8 yards.
Xavier Thomas Electric, as the coaches call him. Great job of yards after catch. Excited to see what he can do in Indian Hills.
Going to go the junior college route.
Yes.
You don't have many kids that do that, but he is going to go the community college route in terms of what football will look like for him going forward. 2nd down and 8. A little quick tempo here, knowing time is of the essence. Great find by Wunderlich. Good tackle in space by the North, but it will be a 1st down. Micah McKay lost his helmet in the process. He'll come out for a play, but McKay
played for our good friend Dave Pash at Lutheran. Fantastic player, great career there. Going to Valpo as well. Again, Valparaiso doing a great job of getting in.
You mean to tell me somebody from Lutheran High School goes to play at Valparaiso University?
Well,
it's amazing how that works.
Yes, it is.
I can say that as a proud member of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. 1st and 10 after a 14-yard pickup. Wunderlich, and that time maybe hearing some footsteps was David Ayers, and that snaps a streak of 3 consecutive completions for Wunderlich.
Allen was there from North Judson, and I think he kind of was in the vision of Ayers, and Ayers kind of, again, took his eyes off the ball just for a small second, and the ball was on top of him quick.
I'll stop the clock. Both timeouts that have been called, by the way, and taken by the North. So the South has a full complement of their timeouts here with 2:20 left to go before halftime. Trying to make this a 3-score advantage for the South. Play clock is at 5. Blitz coming. Good read by Wunderlich. This flares it in the flat to Ayers, and Ayers will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose yardage on the play. 3rd down and a dozen. Good coverage that time by the North defensively.
Yeah, great job there. Good job by Wunderlich of getting rid of the ball and not taking a sack. But the North did a great job of covering up the receivers. Back in, playing really well. I know Jason Spears has to be thrilled by that. And, again, it'd be great here if the North can keep the South out.
Weist will flip sides of the formation. He's got time. The play clock just now hits 15. Line to gain is the 38-yard line. Delayed blitz. Wunderlich reads it, throws it, jump ball, and it's intercepted. North's got it. And down the sideline with blockers, this could be a pick 6. Good job to trip him up from the South perspective. So the man that got the grab is Armin Koltukian. The former Concord Minuteman makes the play, and both sides now have a pick in tonight's game.
Going to Hillsdale, play for a good friend of mine, Craig Kohler. Great job, ball ricochet, Armin just in the right place at the right time. Hillsdale is getting themselves a steal, and I know that Craig was very excited about the way that Armin had played for him all throughout his career.
Listen, we're going to give shout-outs to the Hillsdale College coaching staff. How about Riley Deckard?
Yes.
Hitting one. Rodney's son, that is. Rodney now going back to Marian University after retiring as a teacher. Congratulations, Rodney. The ball at the 18-yard line. See if the North can cash in. Quarterback, late decision to keep. I'm not sure there was a right decision to make there. That's a loss of tuning in. The North only has 1 timeout remaining.
In 1:15, you got plenty of time still. Just again, you just need to have 2 plays called, so you're able to get as many plays as you can in the last minute 5.
Loss of 2 for Johnson. They are in field goal range. The last field goal try did not go so well for the North. Take the handoff on the slant, and just a little bit late on that throw. Took a little while to make that read, and it was Caleb Francis was the intended target, and Johnson did not exactly have the fastball on that one.
He just, again, the windows are smaller, and that's the one thing, again, as you go up in levels, the windows get very tight, and the ball's got to come out quicker. And what used to being as open is, or you consider covered, is now open. The more that you climb there, and I think that JJ will learn that, especially playing for Brett at DePaul.
DePaul, the champions for back-to-back years of the North Coast Athletic Conference. Holders of the Monon Bell after last year. In zone, looking for it, knocked away. In double coverage, just not much room to operate. That time it was Bo Baker of Franklin and Nick Cloyd of Brownsburg that combined for the play. And let's make sure the wide receiver's okay. A little slow to get up that time was Brandon Jackson. And if I asked our producer, Vince Morales, where did he play his high school football, if he had a microphone in front of him, he would say a Bronco of Lafayette, Jeff.
Lafayette, yeah, played Pat Shanley, one of our good friends. What a great job that Pat has done at Lafayette, Jeff. You talk about winning football games, Pat, and he wins on the field, off the field. Just think the world of the program that Pat runs.
And Lafayette, Jeff, will open the season against Cathedral at Lucas Oil Stadium 5 weeks from tonight.
Wow.
27-yard line, 37-yard try. This time the snap much better, and the kick, while it had the distance, misses wide left. So a second field goal attempt that comes up empty for the North. And the South will take over with all 3 timeouts with 39 seconds left to play in the half. Tonight's game presented in part by Kurt Cavan of Thorpe Realty. Congratulations to Peyton Daniels of Hamilton Southeastern. There was a late ad for the Royals as well. Congratulations, Shane Gastineau as well. This player representing Hamilton County and HSE, and Kurt Cavan sponsoring their appearance in the game. You may know Kurt from his years of covering motorsports in Indy. Now he can help you with your real estate needs as well. Call Kurt at 317-919-3822.
I would look for just a basic run play here. Again, get the half over, get to the halftime, and get the kids a little more hydration and ready to go.
Hand off, and this one to the 26-yard line. The South does not have to run another play if they so choose, and I tend to think that my colleague may have had maybe going to run one more.
One more, but I think it'll probably be the same play other side is what they're probably doing here.
But a flag has been thrown. Somebody wasn't set there.
Yep, and it was. It's going to be a little zone to the right or the top of the screen for our viewers.
That'll stop the clock with 14 seconds remaining. And the yardage gain goes away. That is the 4th penalty committed, by the way. It's been accepted against the South in tonight's game.
They run the same play. You're looking at zone to the top of the screen here.
Hansen spins away from one tackler. He'll pick up 2 yards, and that's it, and that's that. Hansen will cross the 50-yard mark before halftime, but it's the South that is in control of this one. 14-2, they lead the North after a couple of back-to-back drives, and it's been kind of chippy like a playoff game in this all-star contest tonight. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll dance our way to break as you're watching on WHME TV 46 and the IFCA Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa, from last to fast, and wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
At Masters Heating and Cooling, we dedicate ourselves to serving our community with professional service and groundbreaking home comfort solutions, keeping each and every customer comfortable in their homes all year round, which is why we offer financing options, perks, and coupons to each of our customers. Like our apples to apples price match guarantee, we'll meet or beat any heating and cooling system replacement offer. So what are you waiting for? Pick up the phone or visit our website to learn more about Masters Heating and Cooling's money-saving offers and other unique special promotions.
Still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable.
Touchdown.
Living up to that last name.
Wabash has the lead for the first time today.
So that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Brewer Jim's at home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa. My goodness.
122.60 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.
We're back at the Beer Fair Stadium on the southwest side of Indy, just outside of 465, at least the direction that's open by Decatur Central right now. Alongside Lance Scheib, my name is Greg Rakestraw. South leads the North 14-2 at halftime of the Murat Shran IFCA North-South All-Star Classic. Tonight's game is brought to us on both WHME, TV 46, and ISC by the following fantastic sponsors. Thank you to Kurt Cabin of Thorpe Realty. You've trusted Kurt as a sports writer for years. Now trust him when it comes to buying or selling your home. By Endeavor Communications, internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com. By the Indy Card Exchange, get your collection graded online at indycardexchange.com. By Masters Heating and Cooling, Masters gets there faster. 866-824-HEAT for more info. By 9-Star Connect, Indiana's fastest internet. 9-Star Connect, who knew? And by Virtual Announcer, professional PA announcers right from your laptop or tablet. Again, alongside Lance Scheib, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Lance, overall, your thoughts on half number one?
Really well played. I thought, other than the snap over Mick Patterson's head, I thought it was pretty clean for first half. I think the South found a rhythm earlier than what the North did. It was too bad the North couldn't punch in there late, but all in all, for an all-star game, it was a very good first half.
We'll kind of give you a full recap of stats a little bit later on at halftime, but there's numbers that jump out. First of all, the North quarterbacks are combined 1 for 10 with an interception so far. That one was the 52-yard pass to Colton Nanko. Unfortunately for the North, that's 52 of their 68 yards of total offense. They do have the safety. They have had 2 looks at a field goal, but one was blocked and the other one was simply missed wide left. While the South has been solid, they've not been spectacular, but that has been good enough offensively. So Lance, in this all-star game, when you've been in camp for all of 3 days, and the first half does not go well offensively, how can you change things up in a halftime speech and in half number 2?
I think the biggest thing is just now the kids are used to the speed of the game, because practice wasn't like this. They're adjusted to the heat. It's going to be a cooler second half. I think you go back as a coach and you simplify it even more. Talk to the players, let them give you the feedback on what they're seeing, what they're comfortable running, and then really start playing to the strength of your kids and really narrow that playbook view just to give yourself a chance to be successful.
14-2 the score. South leads the North here at halftime. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back with more halftime conversations, highlights, stats, and more. It all comes your way next on WHME and ISC.
Hi, my name is Jason Werner of Werner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Time! Oh, no! It's good.
This one is good.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
That is Wrestler! Wrestler! Whoa! Shot at the buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Brady, hello!
Did it again.
Hello!
Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
A lot of coaches catch up at this event. A lot of coaches get recognized this event. We'll show you some of that as halftime rolls along. First, let's thank our friends at M&M Body Shop. Family owned since 1983 on Main Street in Brownsburg. M&M Body Shop offers full-service collision repair with a lifetime guarantee on their craftsmanship. Call Needham at 317-852-6347. M&M wants to congratulate Nick Cloyd of Brownsburg, representing the Bulldogs in tonight's game. Who has your attention from those coaches on staff?
Who is that?
That'd be Aaron Wood, right?
Yes.
As in David Wood's
exactly.
son.
I wanted another UIndy player, and I just was wondering if you remember Coach Wood. He was actually on the Purdue staff when I was playing at Purdue, and so I've known him for a long time.
And that would be Shane Friday, who's left. And, of course, those two guys together have done a phenomenal job in building the West Lafayette program. Marshall Overly kind of got it going about 10, 15 years ago. Daniel Wadika, Mr. Football, led him to a 3A championship, and West Lafayette has been phenomenal every year since.
It's just fun again. I look at the end zone and both of them here and just see all these coaches come back and whether they've got players in the game or not, it's just fun to be able to see that and reminisce. And the guys know we're 5 weeks away from starting, and that's just amazing. Guys have had a great summer, and it's been something that I love our rules that we have through the IFCA. Great to see Robert Falcons here and receiving an award. He does such a great job of working with the IFCA, the Coaches Association, so thank you to Robert Falcons.
Some of the individual stats of note: Luke Hansen, 8 carries for 50 yards. Nick Patterson, 9 for 26, 40 yards positive. Lost 14 on a couple of different occasions. Zellers with a touchdown. In terms of receiving stats, obviously Colton Nanko, 1 catch for 52 yards. Parker Burke with 1 catch for 13 yards and a touchdown. From a tackle standpoint, Tagliaferri for the North with 4 tackles. Lee Alexander, again, into the Naval Academy, he had 4 tackles in the first half as well, and each side had an interception in half number 1. Well, we're throwing out some thank yous. I want to thank some of the folks that are within earshot of our voice here in the press box. First of all, we've referenced Justin Dixon, the folks at Decatur Central. It is his standard game day crew that are all working here tonight. Thanks for them for giving up a night of their summer to be here for this game. Thanks to Terry Peebles, a longtime head coach at Harrison High School, who is in the euchre seats behind a pillar putting up with us this evening. He's keeping things coordinated for the folks at the IFCA. And a great guy behind the scenes. He's a legend at Ball State University. These days working for Daktronics, Joe Hernandez has contributed his services to running the press box for this event over the parts of a couple different millennium at this point. Good to see Joe. And also thank you to Terry Downham and the Kokomo High School stat crew giving us official stats for tonight's game. Some of the Whiteland Warrior coaches enjoying tonight's action here at Decatur Central. South fans enjoying it as well. Their team leads at 14-2 as we're in halftime. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll get close to third quarter action when we come back on WHME, TV 46, and the ISC Sports Network.
Introducing Scorebox 21, the world's first portable electronic scoreboard designed specifically for the game of cornhole. It has 42 bright LEDs that make it visible from far away and in low light, so now you can keep on playing even after the sun goes down. Scorebox 21 takes only a few seconds to set up and can be used on any surface. Made of lightweight, highly durable materials, it goes wherever you do. Other fun features include convenient drink holders on either side and a specially designed phone slot for the serious player who likes to record or live stream their games. Scorebox 21 is also perfect for ladder toss, table tennis, basketball, or any game played to 21. Be the first one in your neighborhood to be the true score king or queen of cornhole.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122-6-0 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.
McCulling in time. Oh, no!
It's good.
This one is caught.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my
goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
That is Wrestler! Wrestler!
Whoa! Shot at the buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh, my goodness, what a shot!
Brady, hello. Did it again. Hello. Made the highlight reel again.
That goes to
Whoa,
Mentor and all
touchdown.
kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello. There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Tonight's game on the IFCA Sports Network and WHME in South Bend, presented by our friends at Coca-Cola of Kokomo. They want to congratulate hometown product Shane Spear of Kokomo, representing the Wildcats in tonight's IFCA North-South All-Star Classic. Coca-Cola of Kokomo has been enriching the lives of residents of Howard County dating back to 1907. Find out more by logging on to cckokomo.com. We'll start rolling through some highlights now from half number one. Lance, what, if anything, different you expect to see now in half number two?
Well, since the line of scrimmage now has been established, I would look for more probably getting the ball downfield. I thought the South did a really good job of pushing the ball downfield when curl routes, and I would look for more of that. And if I am in the North, I think they've got to just find a way to get their quarterbacks comfortable, because they're not comfortable getting some more rhythm throws, balls out quickly. And I think that we'll see a much cleaner game in the first half.
You know, I would say this, you know, you're used to seeing some bobbles, used to seeing some penalties, some bad snaps, because it's the first time you played a competitive game in some time. This one was kind of surprisingly chippy, I thought, in half number one.
Yeah, that was especially knowing, you know, just the coaches. But again, these kids, it's hot. I know that that's an excuse, but it's one of those things. They have not hit some of these guys since October. A lot of it is some played in November. But again, I never get upset with that. I feel like you can always kind of tone that part down. But I think now we'll see a much steadier second half, probably a lot less talking.
This is a line that we trot out a lot in October and November, but it now applies to a handful of these kids. And so often we say, hey, it's your last football game. Well, that's if you lose. No, there's a handful of kids that know there's not about the outcome tonight. This is the last time they will put on a helmet and pads. There's not many pickup football leagues you can play in your 20s and 30s. For those kids, what's going through their mind right now?
Well, I think you look back and just, you know, think of all the friendships that you formed, how it's affected your life, how it's affected your family. Last time to play in front of mom and dad. And really, it's probably harder on the parents and grandparents than it is the kids, because they're looking at that next step of going into the workforce or playing college football. But you start thinking about this, I've done this since, you know, second grade, since third grade. It's been a part of my life, and now it's not going to be in again, you know, 6 months from now, they'll realize what a special time this was in their life.
We'll take this 2-minute timeout. We will come back with a bit of a look ahead as to what our schedule will look like on ISC. Again, folks, this is the end of one season, the dawn of another. We are 5 weeks away from high school football Friday nights across the state. Talk about what's going to look like on ISC this year when we come back to the Beer Fair Stadium at Decatur Central. In the Ross Shrine North-South All-Star Classic, South 14, North 2. Back in 2 minutes on WHME and the ISC Sports Network.
Nine Star is very focused on customer and member care, focused on making sure that however we communicate with the member and customer is how they want to communicate.
You know, sometimes we're the one person that they speak to in a day, and you want that conversation to be happy and pleasant.
As a nonprofit co-op, we're focused on providing the best service we can for our members.
Nine Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Oh, my goodness.
122-6-0 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.
See some of the fans on, well, it's the east side of the stadium, but that becomes the side for the north fans, and they trail by a score of 14-2 at halftime. Greg Rakestraw and Lance Scheib with you. And the next time that Lance and I will get together for high school football will be at your alma mater on the east side of Indianapolis. Warren Central playing Fort Wayne Snyder this year. That is one of the many kind of early season stories, is the fact the Southern Athletic Conference has stopped playing a full round-robin schedule, kind of like the Hoosier Crossroads Conference a few years ago. And now you see so many of the Fort Wayne schools playing Indianapolis area schools at some point in the first 2 weeks of the season. So we're looking forward to seeing Fort Wayne Snyder make the trip down I-69 to play Warren Central in our season opener on August the 18th.
As talented as Mike Kirshner's team is going to be, playing Kirk Tippmann's Snyder team will be a challenge because they run the option. And that is really hard because they really can test your discipline early. Kirk Tippmann does an amazing job at Fort Wayne Snyder. Their kids can always run. They're always coached properly. But running that against that option really will test what Mike Kirshner's team does early on. Should be a very interesting matchup.
Week number 2 for us on ISC and MyNDTV will be Fishers and Pike. We've not seen Pike in we've seen him occasionally, don't see him all that often. We're going to see more of Pike this year, and looking forward to seeing Fishers with Kurt Funk for the first time in a little while.
Kurt's got a chance. He's got kids back. His running back is special, signed with Miami of Ohio. But I'll be anxious to see what happens with Pike, because I like what they're doing there athletically. They will present problems for Fishers, but it should be a very interesting matchup.
Week 3 is TBD at this point. What our match will be. Week 4 will be Warren Central, Lawrence Central. You and I will get to see Carmel for the first time in week number 5. What are your expectations for John Hebert's squad this year?
I love John Hebert. I think he does a great job. What I'm anxious to see is what he does at quarterback. And just if he goes with a young kid and Colner, who I really have seen a lot of. I really like him. But defensively, can Carmel get back to that Carmel style of defense? Great front, moving so well. But I do know this. John Hebert will have his kids ready to play.
Well, it comes in terms of our regular season schedule, a heavy dose of Carmel, heavy dose of Warren Central, a lot of Lawrence North, good amount of Ben Davis as well. They're going to play IMG Academy in a home game in week number 4. It is kind of a murderer's row schedule, as you would expect for Ben Davis. They may have not one, but 2 of the best quarterbacks in the state in terms of Isaiah Rogers, as well as Mr. Gotkowski, headed to play at Western Michigan.
Both are very talented. Anxious to just see Ben Davis is. They've got a chance. They're really good. They have a chance to be really good, even though coaching change. They've built their program to where they are sustainable, and I love Gotkowski. I think he has got a chance to do special things, but they've got a good defense, good up front. Love their running game, and so anxious to see that unfold this year.
You'll see a lot of Carmel, a lot of the mixed schools. We're going to do every Danville home game this year on the ISC Sports Network as well. We will have a bevy of football options for you every Friday night. We'll take this 2-minute timeout. When we come back, it's third quarter action from DeVere Fair Stadium on the southwest side of Decatur Central, South 14, North 2. Third quarter next on WHME and ISC.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Leaps ahead, still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable.
Touchdown.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. So that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Shot at the buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Brady, hello. Did it again. Hello. Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello. There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Before we get our third quarter started, let's thank some of our great sponsors on the ISC Sports Network and WHME for tonight's North-South All-Star Classic. Thank you to Coca-Cola of Kokomo, keeping student-athletes hydrated both in the classroom and on the playing field since 1907. By Kurt Cabot of Thorpe Realty. You've trusted Kurt Cabot as a sports writer, now trust him when it comes to buying or selling your home. By NLBC, keep your summer connected with NLBC. And by Warner Financial, from investments and planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. And thanks to our tremendous ISC Sports Network crew, led by Vince Morelez this evening. Thanks to Daryl Tibbs. Thank you to the man of 1,000 holds, Alec DeFord. Thank you to Eric Kinnett. Thanks also to Eldon Wheeler, Dennis Glover. Making sure our signal gets to you, whether online at iscsportsnetwork.com on the variety of ISC social media channels. Those watching across state on ISC TV, and those of you watching in Michiana on WHME TV 46. Thanks for making us a part of your Friday evening.
Anxious to see what the North does. I think they've got to find a way. They can't go 1 of 10 in the second half and feel like they have a chance, and so they got to find a way to get both Max and JJ on track and in rhythm. They're going to have the first chance here in the second half because North will receive the kickoff, and so anxious just to see what Casey McKim does to kind of find that rhythm offensively for his quarterbacks.
Back deep to return for the North. We've got 3 backs back there. Lamarion Nelson. Jordan Woods amongst those players that are back deep. It was a 2-0 lead on the safety to start this game by the North, but since that time, once the South kind of got their footing on like their third drive, momentum has stayed on their side. Both teams do have a turnover on an interception in tonight's game.
The South was able to find their groove up front. Again, the North is really talented. I love what Jason Spears done on defense. And again, they've really have gotten a couple short fields. But I think the North has bent and not broke too often here. But the North has to find a way to put the ball in the end zone here in the second half.
So McGee to kick this ball away. Smashes this one, and this will go into the end zone for a touchback. This drive will start at the 20-yard line for the North. The North offense largely has been one big play, and the North has been limited to 2 first downs in the opening half. One of those, a 52-yard seam route to Colton Nanko. Colton had 12 receiving touchdowns for the Yorktown Tigers in just 37 catches.
Interesting.
Little full house backfield here,
yes, yeah. And so a little double wing, a little full house here.
Quarterback keeper just overload, and I like the creativity. 5-yard pickup.
You got to find a way to find him rhythm, and you get rhythm with first downs. You know, that's the one thing offensively. If you get back-to-back first downs, the defense now is on their heels. Now they've got to make adjustments. Until that happens, you can play base on defense, and that's kind of really what's happened here with Brett Szabo is he hadn't had to do anything more than base, but now he's got to get into a 5-man front and see if he can stop this double wing.
7 offensive linemen. Well, they reacted to it, did the South much better the second time around. It is a gain of 1 on the play. First man to fire off the line of scrimmage is Tylen Cunningham of Lawrence Central. Penalty 3rd down.
In this game, because you're kind of limited on defense, you got to have a great job of setting the edge, meaning that you can't get outflanked. So whoever's that outside linebacker there has to make sure he strings it out and allows his other friends on defense to come in and clean it up.
It is almost weird to say Cunningham without mentioning Mateo Russell. They were
Yes.
like a double play combo, the 2 inside linebackers for Will Patterson's team at LC the last couple of years.
Awful special, and Will Patterson, look for his team. He's got a chance this year to be awful special.
3rd and 4. Now Mullis in to throw, and Mullis runs out of time. Lee Alexander, and let's talk about this. Lee is playing a linebacker. He really was a cornerback or a safety for most of his time at Warren Central. It looks like he is getting ready for the rigors of military life. He's been spending time in the weight room since the football season's been over with.
Lee looks good. We remember him as a 160-pound player. He's not 160 there as you look at him on tape. Looked like he was shot out of a cannon. But Lee is a quality young man. You can go to the Naval Academy, son. You made some great choices in your life.
So 2nd time that Mullis has been sacked tonight. And it remains just 1 completed pass so far for the North. Play clock down to 2. Top of the snap picked up by Alford. Short kick. Holman Fields is dropped immediately. And was there maybe contact before he caught the ball? Tackle was by Armin Koltuki, and then had the interception in the 2nd quarter.
That was just a bag.
Yeah,
that you
beanbag,
saw.
you're right.
Yeah.
I thought it was a flag. You're right, it's a beanbag. So no flag on the play, and the South will take over at the 42-yard line.
26-yard punt.
Let's thank our buddy Joe Polizzi and College Prospects of America. The CPOA team knows college recruiting is available 24/7, provide solutions that serve you. They are your total advocate. The CPOA team will work tirelessly to provide counsel and assess and seek answers for you and your family. From the first phone call through college graduation, email Joe at cpoateam@gmail.com for more. It's Patterson. And Patterson will simply follow his lead blocker, dive forward, pick up 3 yards, and it's 2nd down.
This quarterback counter is all that is. You're bringing the backside guard and tackle with a fullback or running back in front of them. You're just trying to get numbers. Great job by the North defense to limit that to just a short 3-yard gain.
And if you're South, just want the clock to kind of keep moving. Trying to win for a 3rd consecutive year. High snap, tap pass. That's Wiest. Good blocking in front. That will be a completed pass. I think he's going to be just a bit shy of the 1st down marker, but a solid 6-yard pickup. The combination of players who played against each other on ISC back in week number 2.
Well, Wiest is really athletic, just like the way he runs play for Jamie Comer, who's done an amazing job at Danville, one of the best young coaches in our state. But BJ is headed to Indiana State, another get for our friend Coach Mallory.
Danville, by their standards, had a down year, but made the sectional final last year, losing to Monrovia. 30-yard Patterson, not surprised, will keep. He'll follow Zellers. He's got a 1st down, spins away from a tackler. Needed 1 and picked up 7. 1st down for the South.
Good job up front. Again, when you run a spread offense, your quarterback has to run just a little bit to keep the defense honest because the box is so light. The box, again, is tackle to tackle, and anytime you've got 5 inside the box, you want to run the football. 5.5 maybe if you've got a running back that's able to block.
You'll notice that there's not exactly, they're not exactly no-huddle speed here. They're kind of moving at more of a deliberate pace.
As you talked about earlier, Ray, right now the clock is their friend.
Play clock is at 4. Patterson takes the snap. Zellers with the carry. And he'll be taken down after a minimal gain of 2. He's got just 3 carries, but one of them was a 4-yard touchdown run. The second touchdown scored by the South.
In the South, it's just, again, has a short field because of the sack, and they're able to just kind of methodically move down here. They're almost already in 4-down territory, and so that's a big deal for Andy Olson, the offensive coordinator, and for Eric Moore, who loves to just let that clock go.
Play clock is at 7. A little movement there. Clearly the offense thinks it's against the defense.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 3. A lot better than 2nd and 7.
So a free 5 yards given by the North. Both teams a handful of penalties in half number 1. Yep. Team with 4 penalties.
Still second down.
It's about 2.5 there for the first down, and like I said, they're just happy and content for that clock to move.
Patterson in the flat, catch made by Ayers. Ayers steered out of bounds. That will be another first down, and he will be at the 10-yard line. So a 10-yard pickup, and this trip to the red zone as we show you the replay here.
Great job here by Ayers. Go outside. Turn outside, folks. If you're a receiver, turn outside. You beat that corner, and you got a chance to score. So many times, guys, square up or go inside. Don't do that. That's where all the other 10 players are. Get outside. Try to get as much as you can.
This red zone trip brought to us by Andrew Prince Realty. Whether it's buying, selling, renting, even investing when it comes to real estate, Andrew Prince with Century 21 Sheets is here to help. Call 317-883-7575 or log on to prince.indyhomehunt.com. On the handoff, it's Patterson. Patterson will keep it. There was no handoff. He simply ran with it. On 1st and goal from the 10, he picks up 7. Let's talk about the job the guys up front are doing as well for the South. Zach Yaryan in as the left tackle. Hunter Smith from Bloomington South currently in there as well.
Trenton Allen from Lawrence North is in there. Done a nice job at tackle.
Jake Pierce of Lawrenceburg. 2nd and goal. And it's somebody along the...
Somebody moved.
Yep. Somebody along the offensive line moved, so give the free 5 yards back.
I like the job that Alec Lawson has done from Decatur here at tight end. Done a great job of blocking and really making his presence known here and helpful for this offense.
2nd goal from the 8.
I'm going to predict, even though they haven't done much of it, I'm going to predict, well, no, they're not. I was going to say a fade to Akers, but he's down the bottom of the screen.
Compact formation all towards the top side. And the handoff, it's Hanson, and Hanson, a talented running back, making defenders miss, but it's not exactly an entire student body. This is an all-star game, but you get the idea. The entire North roster is in the backfield, and even a player of Hanson's skill set, not much he could do. Long amongst those that gets off the pile. Shane Spear of Kokomo was there too. Hanson, a loss of 4, and it's 3rd and goal.
Great job by Spear. Great job of just stringing that out. Look for, again, some kind of movement here with Nick Patterson, or maybe a quick fade to Ayers. But I would say that because you got the ball on almost the left hash, we'll see what happens. And Rake, you're disagreeing with me. I'm going to tell you it's a throw to the right, or they're going to move to the right.
I wasn't disagreeing with you at all.
Oh. There he
Patterson
is. He's got him.
Rolling right side in the flat and bobbled by Wiest. No, that was a fist pump because I was watching the other production being done by the ISC Sports Network, where the Indy 11 women have just secured a place in the W League National Championship game.
That's awesome.
Next weekend, they just beat the San Francisco Glen 3-2 with a decisive goal in the 90th minute. So congratulations to them. Of course, Indy 11, a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. You've seen their commercials roll throughout the course of the broadcast.
That's awesome.
So a field goal attempt here for Griffin McGee from Springs Valley, who's heading to play at the University of Indianapolis. This from 29 yards out. His first attempt. Good snap back. Plenty of leg on this one. This one, no good. So we have seen 3 field goals attempted tonight, and none of them have been converted.
It's not for a lack of strength in the kick. Both kickers have displayed that thing almost hit the track, and so but just was a little bit wide left.
So the North will take over here at about the 20-yard line. This portion of the contest brought to us by our friends at the Indy Card Exchange. Now for more than 30 years, the Indy Card Exchange has been your trusted source for buying and selling sports cards of all kinds. And they are changing the game and how you can get your cards graded completely online. Go to IndyCardExchange.com for info and see how you can make money off of your collection. Mullis the quarterback, Gibson the running back, and it's second verse, same as the first right now for the North. That will be a gain of all of a yard.
Wrigley Franklin did a great job of keeping the edge there as a defensive end and kind of turned everything back inside here. Anxious the philosophy both of Eric Moore and Bud Osmond both chose just to be head coaches and not to be a position coach. And I think when you've got a staff like both have here, they've been able just to manage those staffs. Both coaches said they had a great experience all week long, and it's just something that's pretty special for them.
Again on the handoff, just trying to find some room at the end, and there is nothing. Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard for the effort. And meeting the ball carrier was Mason Darlington of Whiteland. We referenced he and his teammate Zach Yardian, both representing Darren Fisher's squad, and I think in fitting Whiteland fashion. Their 2 players here in the game tonight are linemen. That's kind of what Darren's program is all about.
I'm really excited for Darren. Last year, state finalist. Really one of the better games that was played, came down to the very end, and but really happy for Darren. He is just a class act and one of the better coaches that we have in our state.
Third down and long. Mullis, 1 completed pass so far. 4-man rush. Here comes the 5th. Just lobs it up. Intercepted. Picked off. Picked off by Reed Messer. Messer down the sideline. Wrapped up. Tackle is made by Eli Carter. Inside of the 20-yard line. It's another red zone look after the second turnover committed by the North.
Reed Messer played for Steve Stern, was quarterback, defensive end. Not the most common. He's playing safety here. Just an athlete. Watched him this summer and last fall, and I tell you what, he is a beast of an athlete, and he is something special, and will do a great job at Taylor.
As Lance mentioned, he'll play in the Mid-States Football Association at Taylor University. Marion plays at Taylor this year. Another chance for the South to kind of, if not put this one away, then make it awfully difficult and make it a 3-score game.
Short field, always good, always helpful.
Wunderlich throws, end zone, knocked away. Great coverage. That's Andre Tagliaferri. Man, played at Angola High School. He had 4 tackles in the first half, and with a pass breakup here, makes it second down.
Andre played for Andy Thomas, just did a great job at Angola, going to St. Francis. Will do a fantastic job there. Just legendary program at St. Francis. We have, again, NAIA football in our state is incredible, especially now with Indiana Wesleyan coming on board. But it's a lot of our kids have a great chance to play at that next level and have a lot of success as teams because they're so well coached and so many great players.
Play clock down to 6 on the handoff. Finding some room to run, and good tackle. If that tackle is not made by Koltukian, that is a touchdown for Chase Jones.
Great job again by Andre coming in there and just getting the shoelace there of Jones. Again, just pick those knees up, son. Again, great run, great balance there by Jones, but a better play by Cholukian.
Koltukian will play at Hillsdale College next year. We featured them on ISC many times in the past. Handoff. Bounces outside, right around the first down marker, and stood up there. I think enough was done to move the chains and set up 1st and goal. And again, that would be Jones that was the ball carrier that time. And it is a first down, so back-to-back carries of 5 yards for Jones.
Said Tolukian, that was wrong. That was Tagliaferri that did a great job of stepping up on that last play. Again, he has been all over the place from the secondary spot.
So 1st and goal for the South as we approach the 3-minute mark. Left to go in the 3rd quarter. South has been in control since giving up an opening safety to begin this game. Handoff Hanson. Hanson tries to bounce it outside. Nothing there. Stonewalled that time by Luke Graft of Norwell.
Luke played for Josh Gerber at Norwell. Great things last year by Josh and Norwell, and just excited to see Luke Graft making plays in this game.
2nd down and goal. A rapidly moving 3rd quarter here.
And Luke is also going to Taylor. Taylor's made strides.
Yep.
They really have done a really good job. They're getting quality players, and it shows in their wins and losses.
Handoff Hanson. Hanson up the middle, gets back the yardage that was lost. But Hanson in the negative territory since halftime. And it's 3rd down.
Tough sled inside there. That defensive line for the North is bowing up, and they've done a nice job. And just like the way that Cree's playing, Kinich, Fowler, Jefferson have all played well, and just think the world of what JoJo's doing here on defense as well.
Make sure to stop by the team image stand for all of your
3rd down and goal. And this is looking like a typical Eric Moore drive, squeezing the life out of you from a running the clock and running the football standpoint. Wunderlich looking, corner, fade. Did he hang on? Yes, touchdown. Touchdown for the South. That was Ayers in the corner. He's going to stay at home and play at Butler University. So 3rd different player to score a touchdown, 2nd passing touchdown for the South. Patterson and Wunderlich each have a touchdown toss tonight. For Ayers, it is his 4th catch of the game, and it is now a 3-score lead for the South. Extra point pending. It's 20-2.
Great throw there by Mason Wunderlich. It was a spot where either his guy caught it or nobody did. Nice job there by the receiver Ayers of getting his feet down in the back of the end zone.
And the extra point try is up and good. 90 seconds before we get to the 4th and final stanza. It's all South. They lead at 21-2. Back in a minute on WHME and the ISC Sports Network.
At Masters Heating and Cooling, we dedicate ourselves to serving our community with professional service and groundbreaking home comfort solutions, keeping each and every customer comfortable in their homes all year round, which is why we offer financing options, perks, and coupons to each of our customers. Like our apples to apples price match guarantee. We'll meet or beat any heating and cooling system replacement offer. So what are you waiting for? Pick up the phone or visit our website to learn more about Masters Heating and Cooling's money-saving offers and other unique special promotions.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is caught.
There you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Lynn's way.
Wrestler! Wrestler! Whoa!
As the sun sets on the southwest side of Indianapolis, let's thank our buddy Jason Warner and Warner Financial. He's got a firm that utilizes customized investment solutions to meet your financial goals. From investments and planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. Call 317-735-9202 to learn more about how you can secure your financial future. And alongside Lance Scheib, Greg Rakestraw with you. We are joined by 5,510 of our closest friends tonight. I don't think there's that many seats at the Beer Fair Stadium, but that many folks are in the building. This one will reach the end zone for a touchback.
Got to find a way to find some rhythm. Got to make first downs. Right now, the North has struggled to do that, so they tried a little power game. Didn't really work. Went back to the one-back run. Again, just got to find some way to get some success.
And really, it's been one big offensive play so far for the North.
Yep.
It's been one safety the South gave them, and it's been a couple of botched field goal tries. Johnson back in there at quarterback. Rolling pocket right side, and we got a player that unfortunately comes up gimpy. That catch is made, and then a unnecessary hit. So the catch made by Caleb Francis. That will be a gain of just 3. But then 15 yards will be tacked on at the end of the play. But then we had a pass rusher in Tamir Woods of Cecina that had to kind of stop in mid-stride. A little cramp, you would assume, because of the humid conditions tonight. So a gain of 3, then tack on 15, and that will go as just the 3rd first down of the game for the North All-Stars.
North-South.
And Ryan just thought that that he was still in bounds, and just again instinctively, if he's still acting like he's trying to run the football, he's going to tackle him.
Woods now will hop out of the game as he gets a little work done. Nelson the setback. Nelson gets the handoff. Nelson tried to bounce it outside, and flag will be thrown. I think there was a hold of the play, but how about Shane Gastineau? I'm not sure if he's aware of Mark will do the dance after a good play or not, but Shane was a late add to this game. He was added to the roster this week and makes the play.
Shane played for Mike Kelly at HSE, and Mike took his team to the semi-state last year before getting beat by Carroll. Mike's got a chance again. His team, he's loaded. He's got great kids, great staff, and really happy to see what Gastineau has done. Going to go play at DePaul. A great get for Brett Dietz.
I think there was an illegal. I think there's a couple of different penalties here, I believe. Just a hold.
Legal substitution. They said no to that, and then they
Correct.
took the holding call.
Yep. So wipe off the play. It'll now be first down and 20 after the holding penalty against the North.
Holding on the North. First and 20.
Durig there, what a beast there. Aiden from Crown Point going to Southern Illinois. All 6'6", 335 of him, number 79 there on the right side.
How would you describe him, Lance?
As a wall is what I would say.
He gets more than the dude category is what you're saying, huh?
He has done a great job. Nice feet. Bends really well for a kid that big.
And we have to separate players again. There's seeming like some more old scores being settled in tonight's game. That was a gain of 6, by the way, for Nelson.
Boys being boys. They're just playing football, and they're playing through the whistle. Some play to the whistle, others play through it. And again, just my biggest thing I always tell kids is protect yourself by playing until you hear the echo of the whistle.
2nd and 14. Play clock is at 4. Johnson looks, throws it, and kind of a jump ball. The intended target that time was Luke Chambers from Cass High School. And we have another flag down behind the play. And it's already 3rd down and 14 if you decline the penalty. Let's see if the South will march the North back even further.
Because you take it from where the flag is, that's tempting, because now you're looking at almost like 2nd and 30.
Right.
Or 2nd and probably 27, so I say you take it.
And that's the difference in the holding penalty in high school football. It is marked off from the spot of the hold, not from the previous line of scrimmage, and that hold happened well back into the pocket. So the ball is now placed at the 24-yard line, which means it's going to be 2nd and 25.
Look for a quick hitter, a draw maybe. Trying to make this a little more manageable 3rd down.
He may not get the play off in time, and he
not.
won't. That is the end of the quarter. Well, it appears the South has control of this one, and that might be an understatement. 21-2 with 12 minutes of this All-Star Classic left to go as you're watching on ISC and WHME.
Hi, my name is Jason Warner of Warner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, We provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Leaps ahead, still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable.
Touchdown.
Living up to that last day. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Tonight's game on ISC and WHME brought to us by Midwest Business Funding. Need a better way to fund your business? Midwest Business Funding is an Indianapolis-based commercial lender offering a variety of funding options for small and mid-sized businesses. As your lending partner, Midwest Business Funding provides you with the control and flexibility to pursue new opportunities and grow your business. Contact Midwest Business Funding for your commercial lending needs today. Greg Strong, Lance Scheib with you. Handoff goes to Carter. Nope, it's the quarterback keeper in Johnson. And Johnson will get positive yardage, but again, there is such a deficit in terms of trying to get to the first down marker, let alone on the scoreboard right now for the South, or for the North, rather. That'll be a pickup of 5, and it's 3rd down and 20.
You got to take what the defense gives you. You can't force it. You force it, you got a turnover happening. You got a short field again, and then that really dooms a lot for the North here. Again, you don't necessarily want to punt the ball here, but there's not too many 3rd and 20-plus plays in your playbook, especially in an all-star game.
Just 3 first downs for the North. They have been forced into a 3 and out on 6 different times, and everybody brought in, and well, apparently Tamir Woods found the fountain of youth or found some hydration or something, because he was hopping out with a cramp earlier. Well, that time he was shot out of a cannon to get the sack. It will be a loss on the play of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th and 465 for the North.
Tamir played for now Hall of Fame coach Odd Hurley. I was at that Hall of Fame enshrinement. Love that. Going to play at Trine, and Tamir has got a shot. He's tall, long, 6'3", 205, can run as we just saw there. Great get for Trine.
I know that my buddy Ben Cullen will take great care of Mr. Woods up in Angola. High snap. Good job by Alford to pull that down. Side winding kick. Fielded. And then sent backwards. And I hope that that young man is okay, because the last thing you want to see in a game like this is an injury. And that is Chase Jones from Tecumseh High School that's heading to play at the University of Indianapolis, who immediately went down in a heap after he took a solid thump catching that ball at the 50-yard line. Tell you what, because of the injury, let's go ahead and see if we can sneak in a quick timeout here. 10:20 to play in this one. South leads the North 21-2. We're back in 60 seconds on ISC and WHME.
The buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello! Did it again. Hello! Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor, and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Well, in that huddle, you will see Kyler Grill of Mount Vernon, and his appearance this game brought to us by our friends of 9-Star Connect, a local smart utility. They've got the fastest internet in the state. In fact, 9-Star can offer speeds up to 10 gig. Try getting that from any other provider. 9-Star wants to congratulate Kyler Grill of Mount Vernon, representing Hancock County in tonight's game. 9-Star Connect, who knew? Well, clearly Chase Jones's night will come to an end. And again, just kind of an awkward landing after being knocked backwards trying to field that punt. The young man that'll play at the University of Indianapolis, unfortunately, his exit is the one that everyone hopes to avoid in a game like this one. Hopefully nothing but the best for the former Tecumseh Brave.
Body does amazing things and can recover from awkward positions there, and just pray that he is okay.
It's a first down at the 45-yard line. Patterson with a touchdown pass tonight. Throws the seam pattern. That's Weiss that makes the catch. Makes a defender miss. B.J. Weiss still going, and he'll be taken down inside of the 20-yard line.
Great throw, great anticipation. Again, that is a rhythm throw. Ball is caught, 1-2, thrown right there before the defense can actually adjust to it. Great job right behind the linebacker, right in front of the safety. Great throw, great catch, great run after catch by BJ.
That is the longest single play of the game for the South. A 37-yard completion. Weiss now unofficially 4 catches for 47 yards, and that takes us inside of the red zone for the first time in the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10 for the South. They're at the 18-yard line. And not much doing that time. Patterson gets a couple. Well, it's a red zone trip for the South, and it's brought to us by Kurt Cavan of Thorpe Realty. You have trusted Kurt as a sports writer for many years. You can trust him to make the best deal for you in a real estate transaction. Give Kurt a phone call, 317-919-3822.
Look for the South to just kind of bleed this clock a little bit and, keep that thing going. But I did like what the South did there. Just a quick hitter, a great rhythm throw for Nick Patterson to put them inside the red zone.
Now 13 carries for Patterson. Tap pass. That counts as a pass to Weiss as well. And Weiss just kind of gets lost in the shuffle. Only a yard that time for Weiss on that one.
One nice thing about those tap passes, again, is something goes wrong, it's just an incomplete
exactly,
pass. Yep. Again, I like that. Again, I obviously made famous by what Mahomes does and Kansas City and all that, but that is trickled down to the high school level and used quite effectively to get the ball into your playmaker's hands.
It is almost a free play.
It is.
More or less. So 3rd and 7. Neither team has made a field goal yet tonight. And what was 3rd and 7 now becomes 3rd down and 2 because somebody got a little anxious.
I think it might be offense there. Nope, they didn't. They called defense.
Yeah, Jamari Jefferson was the player that, well, what happened is Patterson clapped his hands as in to fake the snap, and Jefferson crossed line of scrimmage. Jefferson plays for Westside High School in Gary.
Going to DePage.
Yep, we'll play at the junior college level in suburban Chicago.
6 foot 275. His body will fill out a little bit, and he'll have a chance to play at the next level.
I would say at 6 foot 275, he's pretty filled out already.
I'll be anxious to see what they can do with him because he's got great hips, great center of gravity there, and just, again, he plays well with his hands.
So 3-yard pickup for Hanson. That will be another first down for the former Ron County Royal. And soon to be Dayton Flyer. And already this clock is down to 7 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. Patterson will keep and runs to the short side and runs out of real estate that time. It'll also stop the clock after a pickup of 2. Patterson has been the most frequent ball carrier with 14 carries so far for the South.
And all they're doing is just moving the chains here, just trying to keep the clock going. I know Eric would love to see him stay in bounds. Just keep the clock going here.
So 2nd and goal. Patterson trying to pick up his 2nd touchdown of this game. Hanson. Hanson dives. Just shy. Inside the 1. 3rd down. 3-yard pickup. No touchdown just yet.
Luke did some amazing things at Roncalli, and we'll do great things at Dayton. And again, I just that offensive line, just give them a lot of credit. They've really done a nice job all game.
Only question is it Patterson or Hanson on this shotgun snap? It's Patterson, and did Patterson get in? No. He is stopped. And then a flag is thrown late. Let's see if that's, again, for a little extracurricular activity. I'll be honest with you. I thought Patterson went a little CFL on that.
Yes,
one.
I thought he
was
moved.
going forward at the line of
Yes.
scrimmage, which you're not supposed to be able to do. But the flag was not thrown at that juncture. As of now, it's 4th and short. Dead ball personal foul against the defense.
Be half the distance and 4th down.
So really a nothing penalty there.
Right.
This is also, again, everybody goes to I shouldn't say everybody, but most go to a shotgun snap immediately. This is the one scenario where it's sometimes a disadvantage. Kind of the sugar version of this, with Patterson 4 yards deep. He'll hand it off to Hanson, and Hanson hit. Hanson dives, and I don't think he got in. I think he stopped. I think the North got to stand, absolutely. And the North coach is fired up about that.
Yeah, that's Jason Spear. He is excited about his defense. They have not quit. It is now 1st down for the North.
Good job by that North defense.
I thought the official might have been blocked there with all the bodies there, but great job by the North. They have not stopped playing. The bad news is the ball's on the 1-inch line, but the good news is the score has not changed.
Isaiah Fowler amongst those in to make the play. Tonight's game presented in part by Coca-Cola of Kokomo. We want to congratulate Buzz Beiswanger of West Central and Cheyenne Allen of North Judson St. Pierre for representing their communities in tonight's IFCA North-South All-Star Classic. Coca-Cola of Kokomo proud to keep Buzz and Cheyenne's teammates and classmates hydrated both in the classroom and on the field of play. Find out more, cckokomo.com. Did he get out? Yes. The South think they have a safety, but both the side judge and line judge says no, he made it out of the end zone. That is simply no gain. It is 2nd down.
Great job by the South of really collapsing that offensive line and collapsing the holes there. There's not much room. Again, I really, I know it's going to sound crazy, I like the fade route here. I like throwing the ball, get the ball out of your hands, just because there's not a lot of great things that are going to happen to you trying to run the ball here.
2nd down. This time on the carry. And again, made it out and no further. And clearly the South is taking it upon themselves to try to get a matching safety that the North has put together in this game.
And the problem is now, if you don't gain much yards here, now you're talking about punting from a much harder spot.
You may take a safety by walking out of the end zone in that scenario.
Right.
So 3rd down. And again, clock continues to roll with 5.5 minutes left to play in this game. Outcome seemingly has been decided. Offense has been in short supply. And again, they'll go to the jumbo formation. Toss play goes right side. And there was a timeout that was called before this play ever started. So a timeout taken by the North. Let's step aside. 5:24 left to play. South leads at 21-2. 3rd and 10 from just past the end zone for the North when we come back on ISC and WHME.
Hi, my name is Jason Werner of Werner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable.
Touchdown.
has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
I want to thank our friends at NLBC. They want to congratulate Parker Burke of Tri High School for playing in tonight's IFCA North-South All-Star Classic. NLBC keeps Tri students and fans connected as they do multiple communities in East Central Indiana. And you can connect with NLBC at NLBC.com. As always, thank you to Chad Nickham and the good folks at NLBC for being so quick to support all that we do on the ISC Sports Network.
Be anxious to see what they do here, Ray, just because they're in such a tight formation, just with one real receiver in Jordan Woods. Anxious to see what they draw up here.
You're right. It was a halfback pass last time. Now they're going to throw to the tight end. Chambers with the first down.
Nice.
I like the creativity. Chambers, the former Cass King that played for Clay Mannering up in the Walton and Galveston area. He picks up 22 yards and a much-needed North first down.
Great play design and call by Casey McKim. I really like that. Again, you looked at, hey, I'm going to throw the ball out wide to Woods, and was able to sneak the tight end through. Nice play.
Chambers' first catch for 22 yards. Again, he will head to play at the University of Indianapolis in the fall.
Now with under 5, if you're the North, you got to start pushing the ball downfield. You need chunk plays.
And with that, Mullis, little razzle-dazzle. Hostetler is going to throw it, and Woods could not hang on to it. Well, you might as well go to the back of the playbook at this point when you've had such little success offensively. And Hostetler has spent some time as a quarterback because of some injuries at Northridge over the years.
Woods does a great job of coming back for the ball and just, did all the hard work and then just dropped it. And so great job of adjusting by the young man going to Eastern Illinois to just complete the play.
So second down. And just 3 completed passes so far for the North in tonight's game. But 2 of them have been for 20 yards or more. Line to gain is the 33. Mullis throws it towards the sideline and incomplete. Couldn't hang on to it.
Got a late hit.
That was to Colby that was trying to keep that ball in the field of play.
Got to rough the passer, so that'll give him a first down, which is good. Great job by Max of just trying to keep the play alive. So nicely done.
So back-to-back first downs. That's the first time we've said that for the North in this evening's game. But the clock stays stopped at 4:38 to go in the game, and it's going to be 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, and a field goal at this juncture for the North All-Stars. Mullis throws, deep ball, Woods. Again, Woods kind of broke off the route. Coverage applied by Peyton Daniels from Hamilton Southeastern.
Just trying to find the best one-on-one matchup. Max was there and just wasn't on the same page. Give that defensive line for the South credit. Put a little pressure on Max. Against really the North offensive line, I think has played really well. But they're at a major disadvantage now because the South knows they have to throw the ball and they need chunk plays. So the South can just kind of tee off on them right now.
2nd and 10. 7 in the box here for the South. Mullis looks, Woods, and again, just you'll see a holding's going to be called a little pass interference. And even if it's by penalties, at least the North is starting to move the ball down the field a little bit better here towards the end of this game.
And that was just a broken play. Good job by both the receiver and.
They're going to go OPI here, I think. Yep, they're going to get on Woods on a push-off.
Offensive pass interference.
Yeah, you almost kind of default to that being against the defender, but looked over and saw the side judge. He said, no, it was an offensive push-off.
Well, I saw that because I thought the defender grabbed him, and then to get away from him, I thought the receiver pushed him. I'm also a former receiver, so I'm going to always err on the side of the offense with that. But no, good call by the official.
However, the South has declined the penalty.
Yes.
So 3rd down and 10.
Norris got to find a way to get the ball to Nanko. He is he has been a big play guy all year long and even tonight.
52-yard grab earlier. Out in the flat. Catch is made. Tackle is made immediately. And again, there's
flag.
More pushing and shoving going on. So Jackson with the grab. So it's 4th and 3, but again, you think there's probably a penalty coming in the other direction as well. I think Holman is looking for a mouthpiece, I think is the reason he is going back here. And Mason Darlington playing the peacekeeper. He is saying, I got you. You're not going anywhere. You're coming with me. Coach is getting involved, trying to separate the two sides in this one. So we'll see exactly how this is adjudicated. That is a completed pass, just the second for Mullis. Jackson makes his first grab for 7 yards. He got 34 catches with 7 touchdowns for the Broncos this year.
Eric's going to tell the guys, go play football.
Yep.
Quit talking. Just play.
So right now the ball stands on the 45-yard line. And the North huddle. North team's kind of coming together. I think Coach is going to talk about, hey, guys, enough of this at this point. James Craig having a conversation with Eric Moore. I don't think there's any issue being directed at Eric. He's just saying, hey, this needs to stop now. Enough of this. So personal foul against the defense. 15 yards and a first down.
Personal foul on the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
8th penalty committed by the South. 3 first downs on the drive now for the North. They've got the ball at the 40-yard line.
If you're the South, and really, I mean, the North's done a great job of taking advantage of penalties. They're moving the ball down the field here. Again, you score, go for 2, get an onside kick. At least give yourself a fighting chance.
So 3 wide receivers set here for the North. Blitz coming. Mullis reads it, throws it for the sideline, and wide receiver turned into a defensive back that time. And there is still back and forth that is going on. You're kind of wondering if this one might need to end a bit early at this juncture of the game.
Yeah.
So we'll see again what it's an incomplete pass. Then you would expect. Are they just calling the game? I think the game just got called.
Again, half-price apparel still going on in North.
I think they're basically saying that's it. Enough of that. So the game has been called with 4:09 left to go in the game. Well, let's take our next time out. We'll come back and we'll have a little bit of an extended post-game show this evening. South wins it 21-2. We're back to talk about how this one played out tonight on WHME and ISC.
Thinking about what to do after high school?
Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Shot at the buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Brady, hello! Did it again. Hello! Made the highlight reel again.
That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Well, this game is called with 4:09 left to go, and the South wins it by a score of 21-2. The final outcome was not in doubt. Maybe there had been a score that may have changed. But as we talked about at halftime, this seemingly was chippy from the very beginning of it, and you were seeing flags on most every play. And finally, our referee said, we're done. We're going home. This is an exhibition game. Nothing good is going to come from this, and so we shut it down with 4:09 left to go. Let's thank our friends at M&M Body Shop. Family owned since 1983 on Main Street in Brownsburg. M&M Body Shop offers full-service collision repair with a lifetime guarantee on their craftsmanship. Call Unum at 317-852-6347. M&M wants to congratulate Michael Williams of Brownsburg for representing the Bulldogs in tonight's game. Greg Rakestraw as well as Lance Scheib with you. And Lance, you and I have done a lot of football games over the years. We've not had one called early for that reason. Maybe because it's an all-star game, you kind of say, hey, you got a little more liberty with this. But unfortunately, what's a pretty positive experience ends on a disappointing note for both sides.
Well, I know the coaches will go back and they will, the IFCA, and they'll address any issues that they deem necessary. And again, it's just one of those things that it's unfortunate. It's been a great week. A great experience, great for the kids, great for the coaches, great for our state of Indiana. But it is one of those things. The officials made the call.
We will hand out our own players of the game. One of them, courtesy of our friends at Boilermakers Local 374. That is our blue-collar player of the game. And then kind of an overall player of the game brought to us by our friends at Masters Heating and Cooling. We've got some more thank yous to hand out from sponsors in tonight's game as well. And the folks from the IFCA have handed out their players of the game as well for both the North and the South. And we'll share all of those with you when we come back. The final from DeVere Stadium in Decatur Central. 21-2, South beats the North. We're back in a moment as you're watching on ISC and WHME TV 46.
Introducing Scorebox 21, the world's first portable electronic scoreboard designed specifically for the game of cornhole. It has 42 bright LEDs that make it visible from far away and in low light, so now you can keep on playing even after the sun goes down. Scorebox 21 takes only a few seconds to set up and can be used on any surface. Made of lightweight, highly durable materials, it goes wherever you do. Other fun features include convenient drink holders on either side and a specially designed phone slot for the serious player who likes to record or live stream their games. Scorebox 21 is also perfect for ladder toss, table tennis, basketball, or any game played to 21. Be the first one in your neighborhood to be the true score king or queen of cornhole.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122-6-0 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.
So again, a game that was no longer in doubt, but a game that still ended earlier than any of us would have hoped to. The game was called with 4:09 left to go in the game. Again, just kind of some general chippiness, a lot of yipping kind of going back and forth in tonight's game. And officials said, that's enough. We're all going home. And so that's why friends and family are on the field as we speak with a 21-2 victory for the South, their third consecutive victory in the rivalry. Tonight's game on ISC and WHME TV 46, presented in part by the Indy Card Exchange, Indiana's source for vintage and modern sports cards. By Masters Heating and Cooling. Masters gets there faster. Log on to mastersheatcool.com for more information. By 9-Star Connect, Indiana's fastest internet. 9-Star Connect, who knew? By Scott Young of One Midwest Financial, financial strategies to guide you up and down the financial mountain. And by Virtual Announcer, professional PA announcers right from your laptop or tablet. Again, Greg Rakestraw and Lance Scheib with you. Let's acknowledge the players of the game as voted by the media assembled here in the press box on behalf of the IFCA. Armin Koltukian of Concord will be the North player of the game. Nick Patterson, the quarterback from Mooresville, will be the South player of the game, and he will be the overall MVP of the game as voted by those here in the press box. Your thoughts about the job those two young men did tonight?
Tulukian was all over the field. He did a fantastic job just in the run game and the pass game. Excited to see his future. I really thought that Nick Patterson established himself both as a runner and as a passer. Happy for him. I think Saginaw Valley got himself a steal with him, and I'm really excited just how he played in both phases of the offense tonight.
For the vast majority of these kids, either a handful of them are going to go back to their campuses and kind of continue summer workouts. For the kids that play at the Division II, Division III, NAIA level, Service Academy, Ivy League, those kids will be heading to their campuses probably in about 2 or 3 weeks. Where do you kind of go from here, knowing now you've got a football season to get ready for?
The best advice I can give any player going into the fall: be in shape. Weight room wise is not as big a deal. You've got to be able to run. You got to be in shape because you'll find out playing at that next level. That's the one thing that will get you in trouble, is not being in shape. You may think that you're in shape, but you're not like you want to be and not like you need to be because you've not been working out with a team normally all summer. So that's the biggest headache or biggest challenge they have going into the next level. And then understanding that, again, this is the funnest time that you'll have. College is great, but it's more of a job. And this is a great time of the friends you've grown up with, the families that you've been around, and now you're adding moving out and moving away along with playing football. So it's a big challenge, but it's an awful fun, exciting time in their lives.
Nick Patterson being named as the game MVP. And again, we have talked about kind of Nick's story. Nick is literally from just down the road at Mooresville High School. So you can see he's got a lot of friends and family here to celebrate with him tonight. Let's thank our friends at Midwest Business Funding. Need a better way to fund your business? Midwest Business Funding is an Indianapolis-based commercial lender offering a variety of lending solutions for small and mid-sized businesses, including equipment financing, purchase financing, quick capital loans, and invoice factoring. Every business is unique. We think your funding should be too. Contact Midwest Business Funding for your commercial lending needs today. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll hand out our hardware. Our Boilermakers Local 374 blue-collar player of the game, and our Masters Heating and Cooling player of the game. That and final thoughts when we come back for a final time to the Veer Fair Stadium here at Decatur Central. South wins this one 21-2 over the North. We'll wrap it up next on ISC and WHME.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Shot at the buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello! Did it again. Hello. Made the highlight reel again.
That goes to
Whoa,
Mentor and all
touchdown.
kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello. There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball
It
wiggles
went
in
in.
and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa. My goodness.
122-6-0 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.
We are wrapping things up from Devere Fair Stadium at Decatur Central tonight. Thank you to Justin Dixon, his wonderful staff at Decatur Central. Thanks to Joe Hernandez, who's been a big part of this game for so many years. Thanks to Terry Donovan and his staff at Kokomo High School that serve as the stat crew for tonight's game as well. And, of course, many thanks go to our ISC Sports Network crew. Again, Vince Morales, Daryl Tibbs, Alec DeFord, who gave up a night of Friday Night SmackDown to hang out with us this evening. Also, thank you to Eldon Wheeler, as well as Dennis Glover and Eric Kinnett. It was great to be back with some of the guys that we see on a regular basis in terms of high school football, high school basketball, and we know that 5 weeks from now, we'll be at Warren Central for our season opener on ISC, as well as My Indy TV. We have 2 more awards to give out before we exit stage left tonight, and a new award that will be with us all season long on ISC will be the Blue Collar Player of the Game, presented by Boilermakers Local 374. This was kind of the heart, spirit, and guts effort kind of guy. And how about Luke Hansen? 14 carries for 53 yards. He had over 3,000 yards rushing his senior year just down the road at Roncalli. He is our Boilermakers 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game.
Luke did what he did all year long, and really what he did all career long at Roncalli. He got the tough yards. He had great feet, great job of running with a lean, great pad level, super job by the young man going to Dayton, and just really happy for him and his family.
But our assessment of the overall player of the game was the same as the good folks at the IFCA, brought to us by Masters Heating and Cooling. They congratulate Nick Patterson, tonight's Masters Player of the Game. Make Masters your only call for all your heating and cooling needs, because Masters gets there faster. Call 866-824-HEAT or log on to mastersheatcool.com when you need them. Again, we kind of talked about what we think his future looks like. Going to play at Saginaw Valley State. When you go to a place like that, he's not going to play, frankly, as a true freshman.
Right.
You get a chance to learn a little bit, but I think he's got the skills to be a player there at some point in time down the road.
6'2", 225. He throws it well. He runs it well. He's athletic. He's smart. He's got great football IQ. Mike Gillen's done a great job with him, developing him for the last 4 years. And I just feel like Saginaw got themselves a steal, and I think he'll do a great job there, and his future is very, very bright.
Partner, I know I will see you before then, but again, this is the start of the fiscal year.
Yeah.
I'll see you at Warren Central in 5 weeks.
Cannot wait.
And we cannot thank the good folks at Channel 46 in South Bend for allowing us to expand the reach of this game tonight. Again, Chuck Freeby and his staff do a wonderful job every Friday night during the basketball season and football season. We hope that we can bring you events like this, whether it's the Hoosier Union All-Star Classic, the Indiana Kentucky All-Star Series, other events that have a statewide feel to it. We are thankful that we can be on in South Bend and Elkhart and Mishawaka and Granger, all the great communities in northern Indiana. Thank the folks at Channel 46, Ed Baszler, Chuck Freeby, Kenneth behind the scenes, everybody involved. Thank you guys for being a partner of ours on the ISC Sports Network. For Lance Schobert, our entire ISC Sports Network crew, good night from the southwest side of Indy, South 21, North 2, a game that was called with 4 minutes left to play. Thanks for joining us on ISC.
Hi, my name is Jason Werner of Werner Financial, an independent investment firm here in Indianapolis. With 10 years of experience as an independent advisor, we provide value to our clients by creating customized investment solutions ranging from managed personal portfolios, 401k planning, and income distribution for retirement plans. We have built Werner Financial with a strong focus in research, diligence to all of our plans, and strong communication with every client. We would love the opportunity to show you our process with a no-cost consultation to discuss your financial future.
Go
Shot at the buzzer. Got it! She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello. Did it again. Hello. Made the highlight reel again.
That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello. There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa. My goodness.
122.60 for Penn. What a swim. Six of them.